Want to welcome everyone. I'm hyped and pumped and fired up about what we're going to cover tonight for you guys. So we're coming at you from all over the world. I'm coming at you from Valencia, California, Southern California, a little bit north of LA. We got Scott Zlateff out in the big state of Texas, right? We got Utah in the house, St. George, Mike Hobbs. We got Darren. Darren, where are you at, Darren? You're in the Midwest somewhere, right?
Dude, I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Oh man, that's the big Northwest, way out there on the east side of the Northwest.
Yeah, center of the universe.
Good stuff, man. We had Aki in a helicopter somewhere over the state of New York, and I think he fell off right now. Don't be alarmed. He knows how to fly and be on Hangouts at the same time. And then out in beautiful paradise here, we got Alex Zubarev in upstate New York. What's happening, guys? What's going on, man?
Rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I hear you. Guys, tonight is a little bit of a different format. It's going to be more loose. It's going to be open mic, and we're going to be talking about the power of email marketing and how we've all been able to learn email marketing, different angles, different personalities, different brands, if you will, but we're all using email marketing to create six-figure incomes that keep us free and keep us full-time. So I've been doing email marketing since the year 2000 when I stumbled upon the internet and started learning the game. And if there's one thing that I can hang my hat on is the power of, number one, building your list, and more than that, the power of building relationship with your list and building a community and an environment where people are expecting your emails and knowing how to give value and sell at the same time. I've been a lot of people that can write really entertaining emails and they were broke. They couldn't sell a thing. So we're going to be teaching you how to use them to both entertain, to educate, and to sell, to make your business crank. We'll be getting into that in a moment. So what I'd like to suggest that you do every single time you come to our Hangouts, a life worth living is a life worth recording. You want to come here with a journal, with a notebook, something to write with, and you want to take some notes because, honest to God, guys, you should be paying tonight. Tonight can be wrapped up in a course and sold for more than $297, and everybody here knows it, and you'll know it at the end of the night too. So let's get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way so we can dive into the content and just massively over-deliver for you. Prosperity Team, this is our weekly hangout. We do it every same time, same day, Wednesdays, every single night. We train you here, we educate you here, and more than that, welcome to our teammates, special welcome and shout out to all our guests and prospects. If this is the very, very first time that you're coming here to our classroom to hear one of our Hangouts, welcome, guys. Welcome to the Prosperity Team. And send a thank you note real quick on another window in Facebook or email, reply to the email that invited here. Send a quick thank you to whoever invited you to this party. That's the person you're going to dance with. Here's two big reasons why we use these and why they've been so profitable and so magnetic for us. We're one of, if not the, I don't know, guys, but we're one of the fastest growing, most successful as far as business numbers goes, teams within Empower Network. And, you know, we're huge, and we really don't have a lot of haters, right? I mean, we've done it in a way where everybody likes the way we get down, we party, we have a good time, we educate people, and we run very successful businesses. We train you here, and we close your sales here, teammates, guests, and prospects. If you can tap into our training and learn how to become a really good inviter and just bring people here, invite them here like you were invited today, you could be making money with us because it's a main source of our business. People come here, they get to know us, they get to like us, and they get to trust us. And with that, I want to cover one very big thing. What you're going to hear tonight, what you're going to learn about tonight, this is the Empower Network. I don't care what you see on Google, good or bad. I don't care what you see on videos from people that were with us or not with us, don't have a clue who we are, don't know about us, whatever. A lot of people ask, well, what is the Empower Network all about? What you're going to receive tonight is the Empower Network. It's the product, it's the community, it's the education, it's the energy, it's the income vehicle that could set you free. This right here, people on the inside that are making it happen. So whoever invited you is plugged into us, and that's a really good thing. Two ways to get more information if you're brand new and don't have a clue what we're doing here. There's a red button where you're watching this hangout, and then there is a blue button. The red button are for the smart people that are going to be clicking on that thing right now before we get going after this monologue thing that I'm doing. You're going to click the red button. It opens up a new window. You can just join us. 25 bucks, $19 affiliate fee. We'll plug you into a special coaching bonus. And we'll bring out Mike right now. Mike Hobbs is going to talk about the bonus structure that we have here. It's just sick. It's silly. We would need about 7 hours on a hangout just to go through all of the bonuses that you get. But I learned a long time ago, a master marketer taught me, look, Franco, if you want to make money in direct sales, here's what you do. You'll never have to worry about pitching or sales hacking or street hustling anyone. You can lay back and have fun in growing your business if your offer, if what you're delivering is worth 10, 15, 20 times more than the exchange of money your customer is going to give to you. So if your customer is receiving tons more in value, and tonight you're going to receive literally about $1,500 worth of value, if you count in all of the bonuses that you're going to get when you join your teammate that invited you here tonight, I'll open it up to these guys. They'll tell you how much it's worth, man. It's worth thousands. I don't want to sound like I'm hyping stuff up, but it truly is. All the websites, all the systems, all the training, the masterminds, everything that you get for free just by joining us for 25 bucks and a $19 affiliate, get in, right? That's the deal. So go ahead and get in. But he told me if you offer so much more than what they're paying, they'll have no choice but to join you with a smile and stick around, right? So that's what we do here. Now, what I want to talk about is that, Mike, we're going to talk about email marketing, the power of email marketing, your business, but you more than anybody here, bro, you know exactly. I don't even know. I don't know how much the bonuses are. I don't know how many bonuses we're dishing out right now. Honest to goodness, I have no clue. I'm too busy helping my team and growing my business, but I know there's a ton of bonuses. And I'm going to open it up to you so you can kind of cover that, and then we'll put that to bed, get them to sign up. The blue button, guys, is where you go for FAQs, questions, information. What are the products? What is the deal? What do you guys do here? How do you do it? Will it work for me? Is it legit? Is it a scam? All of that stuff, blue button. Join, red button. Welcome to the team. So without further ado, man, let me bring out Prosperity Team's grandmaster here, Mike Hobbs, and talk about the bonuses, man.
Yeah. This is cool. You know, I'm excited to be here. You know, I'm not the greatest email marketer. In fact, I've actually learned most of my email marketing from the panel here, which I am super excited to actually learn directly from them, because I've just been watching, kind of been on a fly on the wall, and just learning little tiny tips here and there, copying and pasting. And I'll show you something real quick. I will give you some email marketing value, like a 1-minute tip, because I'm not the master here, but I do make 6 figures, and you know, last month we made $37,000 just in our business. So I will share with you a couple email tips that I have, but the bonuses. Now, I mean, you're going to feel like a kid at the candy store right now, because I actually feel like that right now. We just used our camera for the first, oh wait, that's the wrong one. But this one right here. I just bought this new mic. It's like $700 mic for, I just used it for the first time today. We have this cool new camera for the first time, used that today. And, we're shooting some killer videos outside at the park, hanging out with our kids. And this is kind of what I decided. I decided to go to the park with our kids, and then while I'm there, shooting a quick video on what the subject is for the day or what I'm going to talk about. Instead of being in my office, kind of being bored, I decided to do that because now I'm able to hang around with my kids, hang around with my family more, get out of the house, get a tan because I'm super white. I remember, what's his name? Max Ziden, he called me White Mike, right, on one of his videos. It was kind of funny. But anyway, guys, the bonuses. Let me just show you guys this real quick. So if you can see my screen, guys, when you click on the red button below, so you click on the red button, it says join our team. It's actually going to take you to this page, and I wanted to just pull this up real quick because I actually hold. And you're going to be shocked, okay? But actually, before I talk about this bonus, let me share with you my value tips from the email marketing, just to kind of show you some cool ninja stuff that I know. And this is really all I know. and this is how we make all of our money. You guys ready? This is how we make all of our money. Here's one of my emails. All I do, my secret to email marketing, and you're going to hear more ninja strategies from all these other guys. Honestly, this should be a $1,000 course. I'm actually surprised we're starting to do these, because this should be a $1,000 course.
Is always the most expensive info product out there is copyright all the time.
Well, honestly, we should offer this as a bonus. Once it's pulled down, we need to take it down and put it in the bonus for joining. So anybody listening tonight that is not in yet, you should just feel lucky, and you should actually just get started, because you get more value than the amount of money you're going to pay.
Yep, exactly. In fact, this should be a bonus at least at the Costa Rica level. But here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. Here's my couple this is all I do, and the funny thing is you're going to learn some ninja stuff tonight that'll blow what I'm going to talk to you about right now away. But I'm just going to tell you how simple this is. This is my email marketing strategy. All I do is email my blog post, believe it or not, to my list. Okay? Some people are like, well, what do I email my list? What do I email them? Well, I do my video at the park with my kids. Then I put the video in an email. Okay? And then I put a link to the blog. I put an image, so this is a tip, so you guys better be taking notes. I put an image in my email. And then I usually have a PS, and that's it. So my extent to my email marketing is copy and paste, swipe copy from Franco, and send my blog posts, and we make, we make six-figure months with the BAM crew by just doing that. So I don't know about you guys, but right there alone, if we just ended the webinar right there and I just told you to email your blog post every day, it's copy and paste from Franco on the team, which is actually one of our bonuses. It's actually not even listed here.
I'm a bonus, dude. You made me a bonus?
we should actually...
No one told me I was a bonus. I've been called a boner, but not a bonus.
Yeah, honestly, I do think that you're a bonus, Franco, because serious. I mean, I should actually put a whole bullet point. Franco, copy and paste emails.
That's awesome. Prosperity Team Inc.
week.
should be receiving an invoice from Pammy in about 5 minutes.
Well, Franco, to a lot of people, a boner is a bonus.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to fly through these because I actually have to go. I forgot about, don't tell my wife, but I completely forgot about our date night tonight. So.
Oh, dude, that's more important than a bonus, man. Get out of here.
But that's at 6:30, so we're good. I got like 5 minutes. But here's the cool thing, guys.
Okay, Mike, just give her the bonus.
I'll give her the bonus, okay. But anyway, guys, we hold. I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't even want to go over this. How ridiculous this is. I mean, you can read this, but I'm just going to point out one thing that I do for you. Okay, one thing that I do for you every single day. I donate, okay, my time, an hour a day of my time, to you guys to help you succeed. I actually sacrifice my videos for you guys as well. Like, I don't put links in my videos. I could be doing videos that I literally have, call to actions that have my link. You guys realize that? My call to actions could be probably 10 times more powerful than they are right now. But because I'm giving the team done for you content right here with our mastermind, I give the team done for you content every day. I take out my links, I sacrifice my call to actions so that I can give you valuable training and things to give to your list every single day as a bonus for free. Literally. And here's why I do this, okay? And then I'll turn it back to Franco. Here's why I do this, guys. Well, the reason why is because 90%, and let me take this off screen share, because I believe, like, when you first get started, there's the 5% that are super successful, then there's the 95% that are just trying to make it work, right? Well, on the prosperity team, we actually help the 95%. We help the 95%. The leaders love it too because they can plug their 95% in as well. So we're here for any of you that want to make a difference, that want to actually build an income from home. I give you the done-for-you content so that you have a no excuse. You know, a lot of people have they have excuses why they don't blog. You don't have an excuse now. You have zero excuse. Sometimes you have excuses why you don't email your list. Well, now you don't have an excuse because of the Franco bonus, right? And you don't have any excuses because of I can't say that without laughing.
I know. I was just going to say, you guys have just NLP'd me to death, and you anchored something ugly in my brain. Now, anyway, go ahead, man. Let's keep talking about the bonus.
Yeah. Let's keep talking about it. But anyway, guys, I don't even remember what I was saying. But bottom line, guys, is I give you the content. It's a no excuses team. We are here for you. We give you valuable tips every single day. If you think tonight's going to be valuable, come tomorrow morning. I'm actually going to teach you my closing strategies on Facebook as well, live on an actual mastermind where we work together. I actually work with you. I mean, go figure. I work with you every day, and I sacrifice that time every day to help you succeed. Do I have to do that? No, we would be making money without doing that. But I want the 95% to be making money, and that is where a lot of you are probably at right now. I don't know where you're at, but I do know you want to change your life. I do know you want to make a difference in your financial life. So let me just breeze through the rest of these. You get our training sites, you get our Facebook mastermind where you can actually post your blog posts and get syndication. You get our marketing system, follow-up emails, web pages, hangout every single week. The one that you're on right now, that's going to be worth $1,000, which will probably take down after tomorrow, and you'll never have access to again because, like I said, this hangout is going to be that valuable tonight. And you get all this stuff. How much do you guys think this costs? You just have to be on the team. Now, obviously, I'm going to encourage you to lock arms and make $4,600 commissions with us. You know, go all in. But the bottom line is you get all of this for free when you join for $25 and your little $19 affiliate fee. And then, of course, you just choose how big of commissions you want. I prefer, personally, $4,600 commissions. What do you guys think? But that's all I wanted to say, guys. I hope you got some value from my little small email marketing tip. Follow the leaders, guys. This is where I learned. I learned all my email marketing from Franco. In fact, I invited you to this hangout from Franco's copy. So I'm going to bow down to them, and it's your guys' turn to take it away, my friends.
I like the Sam Adams commercial lately. It's like, we bow to no kings. I love that. That gets me fired up. You know, we don't bow to nobody here. Hey, it's a brotherhood here. It's a sisterhood. You know, and you're going to find different personalities and different brands that you can model in your emailing. What I love about what we do is that we anchored everything down with a very simple monkey see, monkey do marketing plan here. And basically, we have so many leaders, we have so many experts in so many different areas that wherever your personality, if you're a little more right brain, a little more left brain, you're always going to find someone here that you can say, holy smacks, she's just like me. I'm going to model the way Christina Munoz works, or Neve, or, you know, or, geez, anybody, you know, Alex and Anna and Aki, and you find personalities to mix, but what you're going to see through and through is there are some basic fundamentals. So I'm going to open it up to the panel, and then I've got some meaty, juicy content to deliver where we're going to dissect and look at, there are no other masters of email marketing as far as I'm concerned than what we have top of the food pile at Empower Network, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, and it should not be free. So don't leave, but I'm coming back at the end to give you some real nuggets. But let's get, I'm going to share with you some basic fundamentals, and if you were paying attention when Mike showed you his email, you're going to see what I'm going to cover right now. And everybody here, if you get on their list and you study their emails, you're going to see the basic core fundamentals. So this is a hint. You want to take notes here, and just number your page from 1 to 5. I'm going to give you 5 of the top fundamental core. You can do anything else you want to do with your email. It could be a story, it could be personal, it could be a training invite, it could be meaty content, or a straight pitch to your product. That's okay too. But if you're missing these 5 core fundamentals in email marketing, you're going to have issues with conversions. Okay, so what's number 1? Number 1, bottom line, keep it social. An email is not a PhD dissertation. It's not your thesis paper. There's no grammar or English instructor that's looking over your shoulder. Make sure that everything is PHP standards or whatever the heck they call that stuff back then. But you want to keep it very social, meaning just sound like you sound as if you're hanging out watching a game, you're at a coffee shop, you're talking to buddies at work, family, your wife, your husband. Keep it social. Don't be too formal. And I wouldn't say this if I was talking to a bunch of chiropractors or doctors or optometrists looking to build their practice by co-management relation, but we're not there. This is Empower Network. This is internet marketing. This is a personal mobile business. So keep it social. Number 2, short paragraphs. If you remember Mike's screenshot, his paragraph, his lines were tiny. He didn't go on and on and on. And when you get to some emails or even some posts on Facebook, and especially on emails, and they go long line, and then there's like 25,000 lines of content, and you see this huge gargantuan piece of content, and you're like, I don't care how ninja the content's gonna be, I can't read that, I'm getting a headache, right? You want to make it easy on the eyes, so you want short, little skinny paragraph, little columns. And then number 3, you want a lot of white space. Number 3, you want a lot of white space. What does that mean? It means 1-sentence paragraphs, and then shift, enter, 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 right? Or just enter, enter, enter. You want 2 or 3 lines in between. You want to make it easy for people, or usually when they're on the internet, or remember on their phone. I'm going to give you a little ninja tip about emails for the phone that I started using because my market asked me for it. If you're listening, your prospects and your marketplace, they'll tell you how they need you to structure your communications so it's easier for them to consume. So one of the things that I learned was short lines, because people are skimming stuff on social media. They're skimming through a million emails. They're also skimming and scrolling, speed scrolling down your mobile phone. So you want to keep it nice and short, a lot of white space, keep it conversational. Write an email the way you speak. Don't worry about if you say this way or that way, improper, proper grammar. All that flies out the window. They need to hear the sound of your voice. And here's a really good test. Here's a truly good test. If you write your email and then read your email, or have somebody, your wife or spouse, whatever, read your email and then go listen to one of your videos, right? If you're doing videos, that's a good way to do it. If blogging, same thing. You learn that from David Wood. But if you read your email and listen to the sound of your voice in your email, your cadence, how you're talking in your email, and then listen to one of your videos, or just record yourself. You ask somebody to surprise you, just record you out of the blue when you're just talking around the house, and then listen to those two. Your email has to just sound like you're just right there sitting across, like I am with you right now. And it's just me and you. Nobody else is here. There are no 1,500 people on this Hangout. Just me and you. We're having a conversation, right? This is exactly how I write my email. So white space. Number 4, we covered it. Write as you speak. Write as you speak. And number 5, you saw Mike using as well. He covered all of these. Is use pictures. Use pictures. I've got some content that I'm going to share with you where you'll clearly see this. But what I want to do right now is I want to open it up to the guys. And is there anybody that I knew Mike had to bail out, and Alex is already gone? Who's sharing a screen? Is that Alex or Aki? That's Alex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with everybody else is on the East Coast. So me and Scott will bring up the rear here. So I'm going to fly over to Alex. And hey, Alex, we covered the basic fundamentals of emails to keep people safe. That in itself is you'll find inside a $200 copywriting course, basics. But those are very, very important. But if there's anybody here, guys, Alex alone, I've seen him for years. I have watched him with my own eyes build a $30,000 a month practice, a marketing firm. It's a freaking phenomenon right now what he's doing. And he's done it with emails. I've seen him do it with emails. He has a very specific style, and I'm not going to steal his thunder. We all know his style. If you're on his list, you know the style. You're either in or he's coming over your house with a big stick, but he beats you over the head with social proof. But I want to open it up to Alex and flow through your process, man. Flow through your whole philosophy on email marketing with the crew here, and let them know what you've done to create the kind of income you do with emails.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Because we are here in upstate, in the middle of the woods, and if you guys see me like hitting my face all of a sudden, that means that it's mosquito. Okay, so I'm doing like David Wood things sometimes, you know. But in any case, email marketing. I mean, yeah, you covered pretty much all the bases, Frank, and I did learn a lot from you, brother. You know that. But my style is really about, like you said, about social proof, and also I always strive, like when you do email marketing, guys, always think about your prospects, right? Where they could be at that particular point of time. Always try to structure your emails around different time zones. In other words, for example, if you're sending promotion, let's say for Empower, right? It could be, let's say, Monday or Tuesday, and if you, let's say, you're targeting people that are really like stuck in their day jobs, they really hate day jobs, they want to quit them. So if you were gonna send email that really is about like, hey, stop doing what you're doing, you're gonna work your life away working for somebody else, you don't really want to send that email like on Friday, because people on Friday, they're like they're ready to party, right? They're ready for happy hour, they're off their dreaded day job. So the best day for that type of email would be probably Tuesday or Wednesday, because like Monday, they got to the office, they're like kind of like they have to deal with their day job, right? They have to deal with it. They have to be there no matter what, and they're not likely to be open to an opportunity or something on the side. But by Tuesday, they really hate their job, because they're like, oh damn, it's Tuesday, we still have to come into work Wednesday, then Thursday, then it's Friday. Okay, so Tuesday, Wednesday probably would be the best days of the week to send those kind of emails. Okay, so always think about your prospects, like what they could be thinking about at that particular time and day, where they could be physically at that point. Um, so if you really think about it, what it does basically, it creates more power, it creates more results, right? From the same amount of subscribers, by sending that particular email on particular day and particular time, you're gonna maximize of effectiveness of email marketing. And that's just one tip, right? There's so many different other things that you always have to think about when you do email marketing, when you schedule your emails and your broadcasts. I do a lot of social proof, obviously, and a lot of new people, newbies, they always ask.
Alex,
Yeah.
social proof, let's go back to that. But you said something I forgot to mention. You said broadcast. Cover just a little bit of, with our autoresponders, we can set up an email series. Those are the follow-ups that they get. And then the difference between that and our broadcast, and why we pray and preach to do both of them all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. With our team, guys, I mean, you get the bonus, another bonus, 80 follow-up emails that you guys don't have to pay anything for. You don't have to write them from scratch. You can just, if you can copy and paste, you can start using them, and you can load them to your autoresponder. But the importance of your follow-up, you have to realize that most people, 99.99%, will not join your business, will not buy your product on the first exposure. That's why importance of follow-up is so important, because 99% of sales will happen with your follow-up emails. Some people could be sitting on your list for months. Okay, I had a guy sitting on my list for 11 months. Okay, 11 months, and he joined Empower, and he said, Alex, I saw your emails, I couldn't resist anymore. I know I was procrastinating, but I saw your consistency, and that you're not jumping from deal to deal. Your message is always the same. It's always about Empower Network. And I finally gave up. I finally, jumped off the fence and joined. But this guy was sitting on the list for 11 months. Okay, it's rare, but it happens. But most people, 99% of people will join you after a week, after 2 weeks, after a month. Sometimes they have to see your email follow-ups. They need to see like 20, 30 emails before they pull the trigger and join you. So it's so important, so crucial for your business to have proper follow-ups in your funnel. But on top of your follow-ups, I do broadcast daily, and like I said, psychology is behind that, because you always have to think about people, what's going on in their mind, right? What are they thinking about? Like sometimes you can kind of like get those statistics from the media, like something happened, maybe it was. And here's the another hint for you. Always, pay attention to what's going on in the world. Okay, like let's say if you live in the United States, so we all have to pay taxes in April, right? The deadline is April 15. So you can use that to your advantage, because here's what happens. People get tax refunds. They get extra money, right? People have to pay taxes, but at the same time, most people, they get tax refunds. So at that point, you can structure your promotion around that, knowing that people get tax refunds. You can structure your promotion and create a subject line that's catchy enough, like something like 10 ways to deal with your refund money, or something like that, or like what to do with your tax refund check to get an even bigger check next year. Bigger tax refund next year, something like that. Benefit driven. Always think from the perspective that I learned it from somebody like a long time ago. Like, if you read the subject line and you can say, if you can answer to that subject line with "so what," it's not a good enough subject line. So, for example, it could be like traditional, like Fortune 500 companies are notorious for that, right? They would send something like, cannot think of an example, but something plain, something boring, something not enticing enough for you to open that email. They would say something like customer appreciation week or something like that. Like who cares, right? Like we as marketers, we always have to be like creative. So always pay attention as you drive down the highway. Like there's a lot of billboards that will catch your attention. Some of them are plain and boring, but some of them are really cool. Like, for example, here in Upstate, we were driving, there was a billboard, something called, kissing a smoker, it's like kissing an ashtray. That caught my attention. It's kind of like, so those kind of things will, as you pay attention to them, you'll get so creative as far as creating subject lines that get higher open rates. And here's why it's important for you to get higher open rates, because if you have 1,000 subscribers, right, you're fairly new in this industry, you want to maximize your effectiveness of your email marketing. You want to get more people to open your emails. Therefore, more people, if you get more people to open your emails, more people will read your copy, your ad copy, and more people will click on the link or go to a video or go to a blog post, whatever you're driving them to. So always keep that in mind as well when you write email. Where do you want to drive that traffic? Is it to your video? Is it to your blog post? Is it to the sales video? Is it to a social proof video? Because if you don't have results, you leverage other people's results. And it's so powerful because it works for new people, brand new people. If you don't have sales yet, heck, you can use another leader's social proof. You can, you can find so many of those videos where you can actually, we give you those follow-up emails on our team site. Once you join, you'll get access to that. And you can put your link in the end of that video, so all the sales will track back to your Empower Network sales funnel. So you'll make commissions, right? So we're helping, a small guy here, a little guy, by providing so many resources and so many tools. So importance of subject lines is, I would say, it's number one. Number two, it would be scheduling them at the right time. So, for maximum impact. So that way you get more out of that email, paying attention to what's going on in the world, paying attention what's going on. Maybe it's election week, maybe, like I said, it's tax time, maybe it's Christmas time, maybe it's holiday weekend. And as far as holiday weekends, you never want to send a lot of emails on holiday weekends, because guess what? People don't care. People don't open those emails. They just want to party and drink beer and drink vodka, right? And but Monday or Tuesday after those long weekends are usually the best days to send those kind of emails. I don't know, what did I miss, Franco?
Awesome, man. You didn't miss a thing, dude. You gave too much. I was going to mute you right now. I was like going to mute you. It's too much. No, that's great, man. Let's bounce it off and bounce some ideas off of Scott over in Texas, man. From what Alex has been flowing through, just free flow through your own style of emailing, brother. How do you use your emails? How do you structure your follow-ups? When do you broadcast? You know, everybody's got their own personality with their emailing too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and actually, I'm actually from Washington State, but
Oh,
but
you're in Washington? I thought you were in Texas.
no, no, no. I
Oh,
did a
my
couple
bad.
videos when I was
Must
down in
be another
Texas.
Scott Zlatev that bench presses 600 pounds that I know online.
Right, right. Yeah. If I make my card push it, maybe, but
Oh, my
well,
bad, brother.
oh yeah, no problem. And that's one of the things. Exactly. Everybody's got their own styles and stuff like that, and mine is really, I actually do a lot of stuff like very similar to Alex. One of the things that I do is whoops, hello. You see what I did there? That's actually called a pattern interrupt. If you weren't aware of that, I did
I
that.
love that. My eyes came right back up to you, man. I was like, well, where'd he go? That's
And
brilliant.
I did it again.
For anyone that
so
thinks that David
my-
Wood's
my-
training does not work, we've already anchored bonus, and we gave you a pattern interrupt.
That's right. And see,
Oh,
the reason why, anybody who's been on the Hangouts, usually I have a different background, all this stuff. Well, one of the things that happened was, I was actually sharing with everybody on the call here before we actually went live. I was working out yesterday, and I did something to my back, so it's like every time I move, it hurts. So I'm actually sitting in my comfy leather couches here to see if I can try to relax a little bit while I'm actually doing this hangout, because I can't really move too much. But and that's one of the things that I actually really like to do a lot in my emails is I include a lot of personal touch to it. Like if there's something going on in my life, like for instance today, I woke up in the morning. I actually woke up early this morning for some strange odd reason. And I started doing just my normal stuff, and I spent about 2-3 hours doing some different things, working, and then I went and watched the new Man of Steel movie. Now, while I was actually going to the Man of Steel movie, I took pictures, I cut a quick video while I was out living my life, and that thing is going to be in a blog post and an email tomorrow morning because I'm showing my lifestyle, right? And then most of the time I have different calls to action. So a lot of times I like to give a lot of personal touch, especially a lot of value in the morning, right? So I mean, it'll be like 5:30 Eastern time, and so like on my time, it's like it'd be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, but a person still opens it, right? So they get value in the morning, and then sometimes I try to structure it so that during the noonish hour, a lot of people, they're sitting there and they're looking at their phone, they're checking their email. I remember when I was working a full-time job, right? I would check my email during my lunch break, right? So I give them a very short to the punch, a little bit pitchy type of email that sends them to something like some sort of video or something that has a nice little call to action, and it's more social proof. It's like this 12-year-old kid just made $4,000 in 3 months, stuff like that. If this kid can do it, so can you, right? And so then at night is when people have more time. So then I like to, a lot of times that's when my autoresponder kicks in at nighttime. But then if I really feel like it, a lot of times I'll kind of look through some different things that I've done in the past. Like let me actually just show you one of the things I do. This is a really big tip here. Let me see if I can share my screen.
I don't know about you guys, but I got five pages of notes already, man. And some people say I can email. I got 5 pages of freaking notes from you guys, so it's all good.
Nice. Let me shoot. I'm gonna try to see if I can share my screen. I got Skype here. I'm not sure. Okay, I got too many windows open here. I got to try to find my thing here. Well, here, let me open up another page because this is really powerful. Basically, what you do is you look in you look at, like I use Aweber a lot, and I've got GVO because a lot of my GVO stuff runs a lot of my automated processes. Things that I send to a funnel and I just kind of leave it there and let it go. And then some of the other things that I do is I broadcast, and then I check my analytics, and anything that gets like a high open rate, I'll keep that sucker, and then I'll tweak it and modify it every single time that I send it out to see if I can get it even better. And okay, there we go. Okay, let me share this. So here's what this is. Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
Good stuff.
So basically, what this is, okay. This is, you notice right here it says drafts. You look at how many drafts I have here. That's 26 drafts. Okay. These are you know, basically what I would consider. I actually wrote down kind of, I kind of named it. It was basically you know, something that was where it's just kind of a list of quick call to action emails where I just, you know, something that was really good, and, you know, like this one, you just lost a $3,000 commission, you know, stuff like that, and it's something that's really, really good and catchy, and I can tweak it on the fly if I want to. You know, this one, sex sells, but this one sells better. Watch. You know, stuff like that, where I just have these ready on the fly, and I can just pull on it, you know, at will, and just send it out at any point in time. You know, so that's just one example of some of the things that I really do, and I sit on people's lists like a lot of people do. And
yeah, I was just going to ask you that too, Scott.
Oh yeah, yeah. I every single person that you see on this panel, I'm on their list. You know, because that's what we do, guys. That's one of the things. That's how you learn. Because when I first came online, I was like, you know, I remember I was just sitting there thinking, you know, holy cow, these guys are like on it. How is it that they're just sending these emails all the time? You know, I had no idea there was an autoresponder. You know. And now one of the things, you know, that I really love to do is, you know, obviously you customize emails, you get swipe copy, and personalize them. You can jump on people's lists and you know, look at their copy, and a lot of times there's something I'll get from Alex. I love some of the stuff that Alex gets. I love some of this. I love everything that all these guys do. You know, frankly, you got some amazing copy, and so what I do is I'll like copy something. And then all it takes is just one. You don't have to be a master copywriter. All you do is you just say, "Hey, it's Scott," in bold, you know, at the very top. I just got this, you know, this from my great buddy so and so, you know, whoever it is, where it's Alex or Franco or whatever. And here's a key note. This is important. Write this down. Okay, this is hugely important what I'm about to tell you. Okay, for anybody who's brand new, who's never really done any of this stuff, when I lead them right into it, and I just say, you know, my buddy Alex and I, we were at this, you know, at this event a couple of weeks ago, and he told me about that he was doing some really, really magical type things, and so I jumped on his list and I checked some stuff out, and he just sent me this email. I wanted to forward it to you. Check this out, and then you do, like, you know, just a ... and then include his whole email, right? And then all of their links, you switch out your links, and then here's the critical part. You include a picture with you and Alex as your picture, right? What does that do?
Prime reason to get to all our events, people.
Exactly. That is why you get to these events, because it's going to enhance your marketing skills. It's going to put you up to the level of these six-figure earners, so people automatically associate you as a leader. And then you take that same thing, like, let's say I did it the other day with Mike Hobbs, you know, one of Mike's emails. It was actually, he did a video down in Miami. I couldn't make it down there, and so it didn't stop me from showing his video, because in the blog post I had the video in there, and I had a picture of me and Mike Hobbs in there, and I did a little quote around him, and I said, my buddy Mike. Well, how can they deny that if I'm sitting there with my arm around Mike and we're on stage and at the last event? You know, so that's just some little quick tips. The other thing too is really trend, like what Alex was saying, trend with things going on, not only in the world. You know, watch what a lot of advertising agencies do. You know, the whole reason why you're watching TV, which personally you shouldn't, but, you know, I know a lot of people probably do that are, you know, watching right now. The whole reason you're watching TV is because of the advertisements. You know, you're being entertained, so they keep you there to watch their advertisements, right? So what do you see? You got Memorial Day sale. You got 4th of July's coming up. 4th of July sale. Ooh, 4th of July Day sale. You know, you got a promotion going around that. Come in and get 50% off of everything in the store. You know, stuff like that, because people have different buying patterns, right? So then the really big thing is trend with your own life too. I've done this multiple times, and I do this a lot with my own team to get them to take action on different things that I want them to do, or even different things that is going to better themselves. It could be just read a book or cut a video, but it's really powerful when you do this to your list. There's one time, it was back when I bought my Mercedes. It was a really big deal, because I had this POS car for so many years that barely worked. I was so excited about getting this Mercedes, and I built a whole story around it. I was reporting to my list all the time, and including him, just totally making it a whole experience for my list. And I showed him a picture. I said, I found this car. It's down in Portland. I'm going to be flying down there, and I'm going to drive it all the way back. It's going to be awesome. And I had people responding and communicating with me and saying, that's so great. We're so happy for you, Scott. And so then what I did is the night before, I sat down and I thought, what is this experience going to be like? And so I actually put myself in the position of what it's going to be like when I'm riding this car. It's so quiet, and oh my gosh, the windows are rolled down, the hair, the wind is starting to go through my hair. I got my sunglasses on. I'm just cruising down, and I really just kind of painted myself in the picture of that. And so I wrote an email around that, and I wrote 3 different emails throughout the day, scheduled them out, and at the very beginning email, the first email, was basically saying that this is what I'm doing. I'm giving away, I'm going to take only 6 people today, only 6 people today that is going to get this special bonus that I'm putting together. And I'm going to be only doing it just today for the next 12 hours while I'm actually driving in this car. And so I scheduled this whole thing out, and everything was all done. And so I was actually making sales as I was driving my Mercedes. And I never picked up the phone once. I never did any emails out at all because I scheduled it the night before, right? And so you can do that over and over and over. Wash, rinse, and repeat. You got a birthday. Trend something with your birthday. Come up with some reason to give something away, and it could be just your time, right? I mean, there's so many things, and you just dip down and be so creative about what you do. And exactly like like what Franco was saying. I don't want to take up all the time here. I get really into this topic because
you're good, brother. You're good.
It's
on the trending thing, I just want to make something clear because I see a lot of people. They post on Facebook, and they even shoot out emails. I saw the other day when they're trending negative, when they're trending down. And speak a little bit about that, guys. Scott's going to teach you how to not shoot your business in the face tomorrow morning with your email. Right?
Yeah.
Trending down, man. You wouldn't send out a thing, I just got fired. I don't have the rent money today. Please join Empower. Shit, life sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, always do positive marketing. Always do positive marketing. If you're including somebody else in your marketing, always do something positive. Even if some of the things, you can always respect somebody for something and always find the good in something, right?
Or you can turn it around and say, yes, I finally got fired. Yes.
There you go.
You'll be like, what? He's excited he got fired. I gotta read that email.
Yeah, exactly. And
positive reframing.
Yes. Thank you, Aki. I was actually just going to say that is to reframe it. So that you can reframe anything to make it positive. So just whatever it is that you're doing, realize that, just think in your mind, every single person I know and every single person I don't know has a potential of seeing this. How do I want to structure this? Especially on Facebook. And it's not to be scared of doing something, because the biggest thing is doing it, because that's how you get good at it. That's how you get better at it. And until you get good, until you get better, you have to stink. You have to be bad. But the greatest thing is that we've got your back, because you look at the panel here, we got all these master copywriters. I'm not a master copywriter. I just kind of copy and model and paste, and I do a lot of things on the fly, and one of the things is I just screw up so much that it doesn't matter, right? I screw up so much, it's like, after a while, the most amazing thing is when you take action and you start emailing people. The more you email, this is a surprising thing. When I first learned this, when I actually was kind of, watching what Alex was doing, and I was like, he's like emailing all the time, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I was just kind of emailing like maybe once. I'll be damned if when I didn't pick up my emails, my complaints dropped, less unsubscribes, just all this stuff. And that's where you put in some value, and you mix a little bit of value with some, a little bit of pitching, because the pitching will kind of say, well, I'm kind of done with this, but then you give so much value. It's like, oh my gosh, I just learned something that I never learned from anybody else. I've got to stay on this guy's list, and so then you hit them again,
Your open rates go up too, man, because now they're expecting the conversation to continue. Now it's not, you're getting complaints before. If you're not consistent in daily emailing or multiple times a day, if you do that, every time you do, you'll see more complaints because it's a surprise, right? You're intruding on their life. But when it's so consistent that with Alex on his list, I have an ongoing conversation relationship going on with his list. He doesn't even know, but it's like, where's my Alex fix? I'm jonesing for an Alex email. There it is, 2-3 times a day. And it's people will feel that. And then your open rates shoot through the roof because they're just conditioned. They say, oh, here's another tip too, guys. Put your gosh darn real name in the from section on your autoresponder, whatever you're using. Make sure it's even getting to be, because of social networking and the power of engagement on Facebook, we're taking a lot of lessons for what we see scientifically happening that engages and attracts 1 billion people to a social network like Facebook. It's the engagement is so heavy over there. One of the most important things you can do with your emails that I'm finding out is even before the subject line. A lot of times you can write a Dan Kennedy frickin' David Wood subject line, and it won't matter if they don't know who it is and if they're not in the mood to pick up a nobody's email. But if your name is there every day, there's Aki, there's Aki, there's Aki, there's Aki, it's like they're going to open it up just because the subject line becomes Aki Wood, not because whatever the subject line is. And then, of course, if you're using good subject lines, now you got the double whammy. Now they see, oh, Aki, oh my God, dancing with fairies and slaying dragons. I'm going to open that sucker, So that's really important. And then, Scott, you covered something huge, man. You said about TV. I've always had this balancing act with, in our industry, we tend to say throw away the idiot box, right? The automatic income reducer, the television set. And most of the time, I totally agree, until you've bought into the fact that you're going to be a professional marketer, and then you start sucking in content like crazy. Because let me tell you what you can learn from television. I don't really care what's going on. As far as, you kind of, I scan in the middle of the night or some evenings or whatever. I'm scanning phrases, popular culture. What are people listening to? What are the sports broadcasters talk? How are they talking? On another side, the comedy shows or the drama shows. What's the verbiage happen? What are the phrases? What are the happening phrases, right? And I pick up on a lot. But here's what I study. When I study advertising on TV or popular magazines, I understand one thing. I understand that whoever the hell those teams are that are hired to write that and to come up with all of these phrases, they have a fraction of a moment to engage you. A fraction of a moment. They have absolute, and their time is expensive. They're buying $100,000 per spot, per ad, per space in a magazine. These are very intelligent, well-trained, highly paid six-figure writers that they develop internally or that they hire. Some brilliant people. And so if they've got the pulse on what it takes people to, like the mayhem guy, the insurance guy with the mayhem, there's so much stuff that you can pick up. You can pick up one phrase. The other night, I picked up a phrase, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but it was a really cool phrase, and I love their little call to action on an ad that I saw on a TV spot. And I was like, shit, I'm going to use that in a blog post, a video, and in my emails. And people are immediately, even if they're not consciously aware, if they're watching TV, which most people are, sadly, they're watching too much of it, and they're not watching it proactively like I study TV for copy. So what I picked up something that I knew in their subconscious mind. There was a feeling that was invoked and anchored with a certain phrase and the music and the whole way that they did it. I just took the phrase and I stuck that sucker in a blog post, a video, and emails, and people related with it, and I got sales that day just because something's happening. Or, like, for example, I'm going to show you the content right now. I'll bring out Darren right now, and we'll talk some email because I can get lost on a copywriting rant right here. But I've got I want to share something that Aki sent out, and I'm going to actually show it to you and kind of talk through the process a little bit later. So you guys stick around. Click on the red button. Right around now, we're taking a station break to identify ourselves. This is the Empower Network Prosperity Team, and you're going to click on that red button to join us right now because you just got handed about $500 to $700 worth of value, and it costs you chump change to join us and keep learning this. The difference is when you click the red button and join us, you're going to join whoever invited here. We're all cool with that. That's fine. We still train you and close your sales. What's going to happen now is every time you come, we're going to teach you how to invite other people, and you're going to be truly, you've heard it all over the industry, and it's kind of a cliche, but we actually practice it, and we've got the documentation to prove it. It works. You're earning here as you're learning real marketing skill set. This is the product of Empower Network. I don't care what you're hearing out there that it is or it isn't. You're on the inside right now. We usually don't do this type of content-based hangout, so you're getting the product before you even join. So join right now. If you're already on the team, believe it when I tell you this. This bonus, you're getting a line item of bonuses, but this bonus right here, you should upgrade. Wherever you're at, upgrade, because it'll probably be a bonus that you receive behind the product that you don't own yet. So go ahead and upgrade right now while we do this. I'm going to switch it over to Darren. That's 30-second commercial spot, so that's cool. Keep it in line with the TV culture. Darren, talk to us a little bit about you've blown up your business this year, inside of this year. Take us through your whole psychological path because I've heard you speak. You're a powerful speaker, and I've seen you write. Take us through the whole journey of where you've learned to kind of model or create, or take us through the world of Darren White Chocolate Hanser and your email marketing magic, brother.
All right, yeah, no, thanks for having me out again. It's funny because I was spending a little bit of time today really thinking about email marketing, because when I first started in kind of network marketing, I came online. I was looking for something. I wanted to find a way to do this online, and so I got on a bunch of people's lists. It's just natural what happens, right? You start to get you get on people's lists, and you don't even know what a list is, right? And the interesting thing is, I started getting these emails, and it was like they were talking to me. It was like I would wait for them every single day. Like I knew they were coming, and they kept me engaged, and eventually got to the point where just the natural next step was for me to buy something, and me to join whatever it was that they were selling me. And the powerful thing about that is that once you move from a consumer to a producer, you start to realize that the things that are being sold to you, if you understand how they're being sold, and you start to look into the actual process of which you bought something, that's where you'll start to learn about exactly how get on everyone's list. Am I frozen?
There we go. You're good. You're good.
I'm good? I'm good? Okay. So what I started to do was get on people's lists, and instead of getting on their lists to be a customer, I got on their lists for ultimately free training. Because if I can share one tidbit, one just nugget that will turn your business from literally someone that buys everything that you see to someone that sells everything that you want, is look at your business as an education factory. Look at when you are looking at a product launch. Okay, if somebody, there's so much crap out there. There is so much crap that you could literally spend hours and hours every single day just looking at what new product's coming out, what new tactic is coming out, what new way of getting leads is coming out. And the fact of the matter is, the one thing that's remained constant throughout years and years of change in marketing is the written word can make sales for you. Okay? The written word works. And with video sales letters, we send people to videos. Videos are great. That's how you get to know people. However, it all starts with reading. It all starts with seeing something. It intrigues you, and you take action. Okay, that process right there. If you can learn how to create that and replicate that over and over again, you can write your own paycheck. Okay, there's nothing that time can do to take that away from you. There's no technology that's going to come out that is going to replace emotional connection with another individual, and you can create that connection and create that relationship through email. All right, and I fought with I would literally fight with people that had sponsored me in other businesses because I just wasn't a good prospector. Like, I just wasn't that guy that wanted to talk to people and do three-way calls and do all this stuff. And if you can do that, you know what? You're like a god to me, because I just don't want to do that. And so I would focus on the internet stuff. I'd focus on emails, and I would send things, and I would sell things through email, and they'd get pissed at me because I didn't have a relationship. And I'm like, well, I have a relationship. I just don't talk to them. Okay? And I think the misconception between relationship and being a mentor and a physical, I talk to you one-on-one on the phone, just look at your favorite celebrity, right? You know them, right? Look at Dave Wood. I don't know if you've ever met him, but you know him, right? When you meet someone in person that has that kind of celebrity factor, it's because they've done something that's allowed you into their life a little bit, okay, a little bit more than the other guy that's just trying to sell you stuff.
They bought from your email, right, Darren? That's a hell of a relationship, brother.
Yeah, like they bought something, right? And I want to give, there's a lot of theory behind it. There's a lot of psychology that goes into why people relate to certain things, and it's a different something that maybe someone on Aki's list will relate to than someone on my list, and someone on Franco's list will relate to something different. So I think if we come at this from a place of creativeness versus competition, okay, and we have kind of understand that all of us have a unique individual that we are going to connect with that nobody else will. The people that join me in business will never join someone else. They will always join me. And people that join Aki will never join me because they're joining Aki. There is an abundance of individuals out there. The one thing that made a huge difference for me, and this happened back in November, and I'm actually going to take you to a blog post that I wrote. Okay, I'm going to share my screen because this literally turned things around. Okay.
I just want to let people know, whenever anybody on this panel shares their screen, that's an additional $500 that you're just going to receive right now. So yeah. I'm hoping that you're taking notes right now.
Yeah, there'll actually be a coin slot that pops out of your keyboard in a few seconds. So, okay, so I'm gonna share my screen, and hold on a second. Full screen. Okay. Can you start sharing screen share? Okay. Okay. So this, can you guys see my screen? Okay.
Yeah, we got you. Good.
All right. This is an email, a blog post that I wrote back in November of 2012. Okay, so just under a year ago. All right, and so I'm actually going to take you down to what. Hold on a second. Let me go here. Okay.
Did you study with
so this is exactly what. This is who I. What's that?
Did you study any copywriting with like Dan Kennedy type people? Because I'm looking at your sidebar up at the top, and I just see the font and the way you write. It's direct response, old school, man. It's like I have a love affair with that stuff.
Yeah. So okay. So here's the thing. All right. Be okay with buying stuff. All right. Be like the people that if you look at the individuals that are making the most amount of money in any business, I challenge you to kind of tell them that they haven't spent money on getting better. Okay. I spent probably more than $20,000 on courses and education before I even made anything, okay? Because I was absorbing everything and I was doing things, but anything that I earned, I would put back into education, right? Because there's a like I come from a traditional business model, okay? Like I'm in the corporate world where if you start a business, you're not even making money for 2 years, all right? If you go in any other business out there, any business, okay, you're not profitable the first month. You're not profitable the first 2 years, all right? You're lucky that you break even after a couple of years, and you're in debt because you're building a business that literally just has to float, all right? If you
well, Darren, that's laughable, anyways. You know, I mean, $20,000 is not a lot of money.
I know.
What the heck?
Right? Like it's not. Right?
It's not, because I mean, like I spent 40 grand on college and it got me nothing.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's like people hear that and they freak out.
It's nothing.
You know, I just want to throw that out there real quick. Is that is no amount of money to spend on education or a business. It's like it's so minimal, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know one provider, one person chiropractic practices that blow more than 15,000 just testing stuff that they know is not going to work. It's just when we talk real business, it's a whole different paradigm, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you gotta transition from a place of just someone that sells crap, okay, and wants to make some money, to you're an entrepreneur. You got to put some skin in the game. All right, if you want to play with people that are at a big level, you got to play like they play. And when they started, they spent money on education. All right, and it's not education like going to school. It's education like learning from the people who are making $1 million a month doing copywriting. Right? Dan Kennedy or whatever guy charges like $100,000 to write one piece of paper. Right? Like it's nuts. Right? So when you really look at the grand scheme of things, look at what people are doing, okay, not what they're saying, okay? And this is where I got my breakthrough, was from this picture right here, Ed Norton in Fight Club, okay? So I'm going to tell you why this is, okay? I thought that I needed to sell to everybody, all right? I thought that I needed to reach a broad market. I thought that I needed to reach the people that Franco was reaching and reach the people that Scott was reaching. I was coming from a competitive atmosphere because that's who I was internally. When I came now from a place of creating a market of my own and creating a market that I eliminate my own competition, because the only person that can speak to these people, I believe, is me. And if you believe that the best person to speak to your people is you, then you can't be stopped. All right, and there's a mindset shift that has to be taken, really seriously. Where when you're emailing someone, you need to know who you're emailing. All right, and you need to know exactly what makes them tick, because those emails that I got the first month in this business, I would sit in my couch and I would read every single word, and my heart would flutter, and I would literally feel sick to my stomach because they were talking right to me. And I knew exactly that even from the first email that I got, I knew that I was going to be buying something. It was just a matter of time. And that feeling is what I try to instill in the people that I'm emailing, because I know that I'll have, let's say I have how many thousands of people on my list. There is a small little niche of people on my list that will buy from me. And if I can satisfy their deepest desires, and if I can eliminate their harshest pain, then they will stick with me forever. And this is not, I'm not looking to sell to the masses. I'm looking to create a niche of individuals that we can basically build with each other. And it may be a massive niche, okay, but it's still someone that I know exactly. When I write an email, I know who it's going to, and it's going to get to people that don't fall within this, little avatar, if you want to call it, and they'll unsubscribe because I won't relate to them. They'll unsubscribe. I'll filter my list just through the things that I say to them. All right. So this guy, Ed Norton, all right, is the person that I talk to every day. All right, and sometimes I'm a little bit more broad, but in general, this is the guy that I'm talking to. Okay, so he is the guy that is dragging through life. He's exhausted. He's depressed. He's disconnected from his family. He's bruised. He's bleeding from the inside of his eyeballs in boredom, right? He is literally drudging through corporate life every single day, wanting to basically slam his head in between the photocopier. That's my guy, okay? But on the other side of him, he is resourceful. He's open to change. And when he finds what we have, like he's found in the Fight Club, where he can feel again, where he sees a way out, a place where normal people have extraordinary results, where he's accepted and can thrive and can be a leader, that is what we have to offer him, right? So I know exactly who it is, I know what we have to offer, and I know that when he gets what we have to offer, he will never leave, okay? That is the person that I talk to, and every single time before I write an email, that's the individual. So when it really comes down to it, it's a matter of first understanding who it is that we're talking to, and understanding that person better than they understand themselves. And all of the other aspects of copywriting, of embedded commands and making people do things and all that kind of stuff very covertly but ethically comes after, because if I don't know who I'm talking to, I'll just nobody will listen, because I could just be standing up there sending emails and have no clue who I am trying to reach. And so in my email autoresponder, I've just kind of redone this recently, and what I learned from I studied Dagan Smith with a number of his courses and all kinds of stuff that he's done. I've pretty much bought almost everything, and he does some training in the master's course. He does a small section on email storytelling and stuff like that. And so I test a lot of things, and the main thing that I wanted to do was find a sequence that gets people highly engaged and gets people responding back to me. And that's my intention when I send an email out. My intention is to figure out what that next step is. What am I trying to achieve through sending an email? I'm not just going to sit down and write an email thinking, okay, here's an email, maybe I'll send them to a sales letter or a sales video, and they'll buy something. Hoping is for poor people, okay? Poor people say, I'm going to try and I hope a lot, right? And rich people and people that are very successful say, I'm doing this is why, and this is what's going to happen. That's what people do that are successful. So I've removed the words, I'm going to try this out, and I hope that it gets results, to I'm going to do this, and let's analyze the results and tweak what happens to make sure that I can get better results next time. All right, so this follow-up series has been tweaked over hundreds of times, and I've got 1,000 different lists here that basically I test things with. So this is my main Empower Network list, and what I did recently is, and this has been working really, really great for weeding out individuals that are really interested in what I have to say, and individuals that I have no relation to and that generally don't want to talk to me. So I basically send them, and I send them information about me. I say what happened, what they're going to get, but then I basically say, I'm an average guy living in a suburb outside Toronto. Tell them kind of how I got to where I am, what I did over time, and using a lot of these copywriting, and I have a hypnotic swipe file. If anyone wants it, I gave it to the guys in the group. But whoops. So basically, what I do is send them a bunch of information about me, and tell them kind of what they can accomplish, et cetera, and then I give them some value. I give them a hangout that the guys did a while ago. I give them a boot camp. Then I give them a bonus. Actually, I give them a bonus. I give some guy some free books and all kinds of stuff. But ultimately, it all goes back to them relating to me. And the interesting thing was, and Franco mentioned Dan Kennedy, this email right here is my best email secret weapon. Okay, and
as a full disclosure, brother, I'm not on your list yet, but I know Dan Kennedy when I see one freaking line of writing.
Okay.
I knew it.
Yeah. So anyway, so this email right here, I'm not going to open it up, but basically, if you go into my, I'm going to search for, frankly, I'm puzzled. Look at these replies that I get, okay, to this email, okay? And I don't care what they say. They can say, I don't have any money, I don't have any idea who you are, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care what they say to me. This is engagement, okay? Because what happens, and you want to know something, how you know you're doing something right, is when, like, big companies like My Phone Room, they use the same line, right? They use, like, I got, this headline is probably one of the most popular ones, like, in history, because it works. And so I just encourage you to learn from people who do this for a living instead of buying a crappy course from people that don't, quite frankly. And then I send personal information. I send, this one here. I basically say, I thank people for being on my list. I say, with all the automated crap out there, I want to say thank you. It means a lot to me. I want to make sure that you watch this video, blah, blah, blah. And then I ask them to reply. Hit reply, tell me where you're from, how I can help you get closer to your goals. Whether it's money, more time, or something bigger, hit reply and share. And I get replies. I get people, someone just signed up today from an email. They replied to me saying they don't have any money. But the fact of the matter is, what do I do when someone replies to me and says, I don't have any money?
Frankly, I'm puzzled.
I say, frankly, I'm puzzled. Here, let's see this one, okay? So this is the email. Basically, it says, I noticed you saw my offer. I noticed you didn't take advantage of it like most people do, okay? Giving them the idea that other people are doing this, and that immediately kind of hits them in the jugular.
Dude, the little red arrow, dude. I love the squiggly arrow.
Right? Can you do me a favor? Okay? If you ever ask someone, like, some of this stuff is just so covert that if you can get into our in the 15K formula, if you don't own it, just get it. Because
you know, too, Darren, is like covert and overt and hypnotic and NLP. We tend, in our culture, we tend to throw some words around. But I love letting people know we're just real. That's a real conversation. Hey, can you do me a favor? Just do this.
And that's the thing.
Watch the video. Big deal, right? I mean, some people would call it 1,000 scientifically, sounding words, but it just be real with them. They're going to appreciate that way more than trying to, sound too professional and dance around the subject stuff.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that this is how you would send a message to your friend, right? I would send this and say, hey, can you do me a small favor? Hit the reply button. Tell me why you chose not to accept my offer. And in there, I'm basically saying, accept my offer. Okay? So there's a lot of things that we teach in the 15K formula, and in the master's
Scott's back
course.
Don't hurt no more. Scott's back is not hurting anymore. He hasn't felt his back in like 20 minutes.
That's funny. That's funny. So I mean so these are the.
We gotta slow this guy down, Aki.
That's
man,
funny.
he's like slamming home runs. I can tell you what, man, guys, get the 15K formula in Masters because he's been swimming in that pool.
Yeah. So So here's
Darren,
the
you should
reply.
start charging per minute right now. You should just start charging per minute.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, this is like way too much. That I mean, we should be charging for this. This is.
No, yeah, pretty much. I mean, we've kind of gone overboard already. I don't even know everything that's been gone over. My internet's been cutting in and out over here. I'm kind of with Alex. I'm over here in upstate New York, and hanging out with family, and they were all being loud. So I'm out here in the car, looking like I'm in a helicopter.
I love it.
But you know, I've been getting a lot of value out of this, and I've been through the 15K formula. But the funny thing is, like, we've been talking about a lot of things today that you know, Darren's been talking about. I've caught bits and pieces here and there when the internet's not cutting out where I'm at, and I could get cut off at any time. So if I just disappear, I'm probably going to be gone for the night. And this is stuff that's in the 15K formula. It's in the master's course. And it goes even deeper into a lot of it than a lot of the stuff we're going into. So if you do not own those products, you're just pretty much shooting yourself. This is where we learn this stuff, and we learn this stuff from each other, and we learn this stuff from this community and this group of leaders. And that's why you want to be involved in what we're doing and be a part of what we're doing. And that's why you want to just not just get in and get started and put your feet in the water, which you can do if you want to, because we're going to provide value like this. But you want to get all the products so you got the full Monty, and you can get exactly what you want. So I'm just throwing that out there.
It's so.
No, I love it, dude. Darren, that what you just covered right now, man, it's masterful. I mean, that people are out there looking for, you know, who's the real team, who's the real who's the real this, who's the real that. You're feeling and you're experiencing the product right now, and the guys, we're not even famous for teaching like skill sets, right? We just do the skill sets. But we give people such an experience at Prosperity Team and Power Network that they just like it just goes by osmosis, they believe, and all of a sudden we've got a lot of people doing really, really skilled marketing, and we don't play X's and O's like this all the time. We kind of just live our life, document it, and people just get in, and that works. But every now and again, we like to, you know, kind of sit down and play X's and O's and show you that we're not messing around with skill set here. You're going to, and where are we learning all this? I'm going to take you right now. It's 6:25. I'm going to do this proper justice, man, because he popped out and he's flying around in a helicopter somewhere in New York or whatever. But here's the deal. The guy you're going to hear from next, let alone, yes, he's David Wood's brother. Here's the thing, though. David Wood's his little brother. All right, this guy brings it. Let me tell you something, man. He is the blogger on the company blog. He writes a lot of their stuff. When somebody needs something written, when somebody needs something that pops, that's real, that's authentic, they're on the phone, on Skype, on the computer with Aki Wood. So, Aki, dude, I'm on your list, and I'm going to share some of your stuff right now. I'm going to dive right into a couple of the emails that you send out. But
yeah, I appreciate it, Franco. Guide me a little bit, because I've been getting cut in and out of the conversation here. I don't know exactly what's been covered, so dude, I'm a little bit at loss for where we're at. So
no worries, man. We've been talking about people's different personality or styles or what they feel is important when they're broadcasting and when they're setting up follow-up emails. You have a very distinct style of writing that connects with me for sure. You drop me in like in a second. I got to read all your stuff. What's your process? What is your philosophy, or what kind of tips or ideas can you give people about how you develop your style of communicating an email that generates sales like you do?
Well, just in general, I mean, when I'm writing an email, I go through the exact same process that David talks about. I think it's in the first module of the 15K formula. So if you don't have the 15K formula, you should get that product and go through it. You can actually get a little bit better of an idea. But basically, I want to know my purpose. Okay, what's my purpose of sending this email? And for me, I always have a couple of purposes. I aim to entertain, I aim to train, and I aim to sell. You know, those are the three things. I want to have people to have fun while they're reading my emails. I want them to, get to know me and kind of build that relationship. And, I want to sell some stuff. So, I mean, those are the main three things that I want, but each one has kind of a different purpose, because you don't want to be selling all the time. Because if you're selling through your emails and always trying to route people back to a sales video or something like that, it's going to be garbage. I heard somebody earlier talking about going back to, it was Mike actually, right in the beginning, kind of before I started, my internet started cutting out a lot. He was talking about how he just sends his blog posts out in his emails, and that's his email marketing strategy. Well, that's a great email marketing strategy, and this is just another tip, and I don't know if anybody covered this or not, but after you actually send that out, and if you have a really good blog post, you know it was a good blog post, you know it was a good email, you got a good open rate, now you actually turn around, you add that to your follow-up series on the back end, and so now you're automatically following up with your people. And so if you're blogging daily and you're doing the things, doing the correct activities on a daily basis, it's actually very easy to email your list every day. Because somebody else said this earlier, and I know this was said by, well, it was talked about in the master's course about how, or maybe it was the 15K, about how somebody flew out and paid Dagan Smith like $10,000 to hang out for the weekend, and the one thing that actually stuck out to that person during that whole weekend, they were getting mastermind and coaching from Dagan Smith, 10 grand they paid for it, was that email your list twice a day. And that consistent emailing, like you guys talked about earlier, when they actually see the emails consistently, they see those coming in, they know you, they expect it. That right there was worth $10,000 to that person. And I don't know. I'm coming off on a tangent here, but go ahead. Go ahead and show me what it is you're looking at here. And I'd love to talk about.
We love tangents. Well, before I get into the nitty gritty, guys, I got some content I actually want to show you. And the reason why we kind of waited to the last thing, because I wanted you to hear all these guys out, because now you're going to actually see it. And when you see it, it's going to become it's going to be like a dance. It's just going to blend. It's going to be the perfect wine with the perfect meat. It's going to be the perfect dessert. You're going to feel that feeling that you feel when something just hits you, and it's like, okay, I'm good. I get this. Now I need to
find out. You're going to get a bonus.
I need to position myself, because this is what you're going to do with this information. You can never go back to 8 o'clock Eastern or 7:57 Eastern tonight. You can't go back there. Well, you're going to roll with us. It's just a matter of time, because now you've got too much education. You've got too much skill set not to take action and apply it. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to make a decision, kind of like Benjamin Franklin did. He just kind of wrote a thing like this, a little X on his notebook, and he would write, well, if I say yes, if I take this direction, and if I position myself here, right? If I position myself here, here's the list of things that are going to happen. And if I position myself, right, anywhere here, right, then these are the things that I can do with the skill sets that I just learned tonight. So you can choose to position yourself and use these skill sets starting tonight and tomorrow to make $25 sales. We applaud you. Welcome to the team. Or you can do what all of us did, and you can position yourself to take the same exact skill that nobody can take away what you learned tonight from you. It's a skill set. You just have it's in your subconscious now. It's an understanding of the way we play the game that works. You can position yourself to earn $100 or a $500 or a $1,000 or a $3,000 commission with the same identical skill set. Welcome to Empower Network, because that's what we do. There's a lot of people that position themselves here in the industry, and that's all they can do no matter what, and they're buying and buying and buying and buying products from every guru, every launch, JV Zoo, AB Zoo, ClickBank Zoo. Every zoo out there is selling zoo stuff, and they position themselves here. But over here, you have an opportunity to really create a freedom lifestyle with the same exact skill sets that we're going to teach you at a much deeper level. And every single time you position yourself at a higher plateau, at a higher level, you get higher quality education to add on to what you learned from us on these Hangouts. So let me go to screen share real quick and show you guys something that I think you're going to find fascinating, because what we do is simple, but but don't misunderstand simple for not being freaking badass. The kind of stuff that we do is being sold out there by people that are selling it for so much money it's ridiculous. And you can position yourself not only to learn it at a fraction of the cost, but to apply it and earn on it for buku bucks. That's what we're all about in Power Network. So let me go down here and forward the best advice I ever heard. Let me go straight to Aki's emails. I've got everyone you need to study is pretty much on my list. The $1 Million Slice of Pie. Oh, there's two by Aki right here. You Can Dance If You Want To. Now tell me you're not hearing that song in your head. Aki, walk me through the psychology of You Can Dance If You Want To, bro, because the other day when I saw this email, You Can Dance, instantly I had that song in my head. I don't know about you guys, but when I heard that, when I was a kid, when that first came on, that was always a happy, let's laugh, that's hilarious, what's going on? It just made me feel good, and when I saw that subject line, you sucked me right in, and then here's let me show you first the easy stuff, right? Notice how his lines don't go on for a mile all the way over here, and then return, and then a mile, right? Very short, what we talked about. Notice how
that's actually one thing that I do that I don't see a lot of people do. I'm very, and that's not necessary, because I see a lot of people that are really good that will kind of run them off a little bit, then back and forth. Usually when I write emails, mine are very crisp across the board. I will actually reword my sentences to make them like that. But that's just me being anal. So.
Oh, I love it, man. We taught on that earlier. That's probably one of those times where you were off, but we gave some basic fundamentals.
It's like a newspaper column.
Oh, I love this. Yeah, and then a lot of white space. You guys notice how he's using a lot of white space in here? Take us through, if you can see it or if you remember it, You Can Dance If You Want To. What are you doing here with us?
Well, first of all, I mean, one of the reasons I put that line up there is You Can Dance If You Want To. What's the next line of that song? You can dance if you want to.
You can blah, 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 blah.
No, you can leave your friends behind.
Your troubles behind.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You can leave your friends behind, because sometimes you have to. You have to in this industry. Now, I mean, that was just a little psychology thing. It just popped in my head. I just wanted to throw it out there, but it's really not terribly relevant. But the reason I wrote this email is because it was kind of what Scott went back to earlier, because I did hear Scott talking a little bit earlier. He'll take personal reference points in his life, and he'll write emails or blog posts about that. I do the same thing. Well, in this case, I had, I'm on tour right now, basically, more or less. I'm kind of, living a fun lifestyle. I live in Alaska right now, and we decided to go to the all-in trip in Miami that my brother was doing, and so we flew down there to Miami, and I decided to take my entire family rather than going by myself. So I took my wife and my 2 kids, and I said, well, we got this event in Denver not before too long. We've flown like all the way across the country. Why don't we just stay on this side for a while? So we went from Miami, and then we went down to Clearwater, and then from Clearwater, right now we're in upstate New York, and we're kind of traveling around New York a little bit. We might go into Canada a bit, and then we're going to go to Denver. We might go to San Diego, and then after that, back to Alaska, and I know we're going to South Africa sometime in the middle of this next year, and wherever some of the other events are. But the beauty about what we do is we can actually email and make money from anywhere in the world. And that's really the beautiful thing about email marketing is you don't have to be at your home. You can be at a Starbucks in Timbuktu, and so long as there's an internet connection, you can actually go out there and email and do your thing. And so like right now I'm sitting in my car with a bad internet connection somewhere in upstate New York, and talking to you guys about how you can make money emailing on the internet. But what we did here's the thing about traveling is I like to stay in shape. We like to eat healthy. We like to go to the gym on a regular basis. And so we got a temporary membership at a gym where we're at, so we could actually still work out and everything. And they got childcare, and they happen to have like a kind of a little day camp for the kids going on, and they were doing like a Zumba tonic, which most of you don't know what that is. If there's some women here on the Hangout, you might know what it is. My wife's actually a Zumba instructor. She loves to just kind of dance all day and create new routines with songs, which is awesome. I'm very entertained all the time. Booty shaking in my face, that's fantastic. A lot of people have to pay for that. So, but anyway, so they're doing this Zumba tonic class, right? And my daughter's stoked. She's super excited. She's all engaged in it. She's 3 years old. My son's 6 years old, and he's got a very distinct personality where he does not give in to peer pressure at all. If he doesn't want to do something, he just doesn't do it. Wonder where he got it from. I don't know. So he kind of does what he wants, right?
It's a mystery.
And so everybody else has participated, and he's sitting in the corner, and he's like, I don't want to do this. He's like, I'm tired. It wasn't tired. He was tired of trying to dance and do the Zumba tonic and all that kind of stuff. And so, that real life experience of my son, dancing if he wants to or not if he wants to, made me think about that and made me think about that song. And so I wrote an email about it, told the story, and then related it back to business, because everybody knows I don't know if everybody does know, maybe you do know, maybe you don't, but facts tell, stories sell. If you want to engage people and actually bring people into it, man, you really need to go through Dagan Smith's, email storytelling course in the master's course, because you need to tell stories in your emails, because your stories are going to engage people, and that's what's going to build that relationship on autopilot. Because there's a lot of you out there that are watching this right now, and you feel like you know me, you feel like you know Franco, you feel like you know Darren, you feel like you know Scott, you feel like you know Alex. We may have met you. We may have actually had a handshake. We may have had one conversation. We may have had 2 or 3 conversations. Maybe we've had tons. I don't know. I don't know who's all on the call tonight. But the point is that you can build these relationships on autopilot through your storytelling, and that's exactly what I did here. That was the psychology of it. And then if you look at the end of it, I can see Franco's got it pinned on this point. Where what do I've got? I got a picture of my family. I've got me, my daughter, my son, and my wife standing in front of the yacht that we rode on in Miami, because we've chosen to design our lifestyle rather than have somebody else choose our lifestyle for us. Because luck, my friends, is a product of design, and you can actually do whatever it is you want to do if you make the decision and take action and join our team and run with us. So that's it. That's my take on that. That was my psychology on that.
I love it. So. Yeah, I'm gonna go to your other email that I pulled here, the $1 million slice of pie. Now we have you can dance if you want to, and then we go to the $1 million slice of pie. You do some very, very creative things with your headlines, man, with your subject lines, and if anything, those two are major bullets for tonight. A lot of times people get hung up on trying to, have something make too much sense or explain something or be, so fantastic or whatever, but you're pulling in stuff that would just off the beaten path. It's like, what the heck's he talking about in this thing? The $1 million slice of pie. And I want you guys to look at the format and just get it over. You look at how he structures this. A lot of my eye does not hurt as I screen down. He's got little hyperlinks to links here. He's telling a story again, right? Let's see. Let me just get the thing in there. I wrote a $1 million check. Oh, he's forwarding
I'm forwarding. I'm doing exactly what Scott talked about earlier today. Yep. And this is actually a good point that I actually want to bring up, because there is an ethical standpoint to swipe copy. It's really funny because I write emails, and almost like I'm on a lot of leaders lists, and almost every time I write an email, I'm sure Franco, this happens to you too, I get about 4 back of my same email, and a lot of times it's just a straight copy and paste. It's like, okay, and just so you know, my battery is going to die like any second. I do not have my laptop plugged in out here, so if I die, I die, and I'll just be out, and I'll let you guys cap it off, but it's like Scott said. It's just like, hey, you know what? Hey, my buddy just sent me this email. Forward, boom. You put their block in. Then you put your 2 cents at the bottom. You put a picture of you guys together, or you don't. Or like sometimes, Scott, I don't put a picture of us together. I'll just put my 2 cents at the bottom, and then I'll just put a picture of myself.
Yeah. You could also do like me and the other person type thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I do the same thing. Like a lot of times I actually learned this from Aaron Rashkin in the 15K formula, and I was already doing it, but he confirmed it, is I don't put people's last names in there. Yeah. I'll be like, yeah, my buddy Justin, or my buddy Alex, and my friend Scott, because then if I'm like, Scott Zlatoff, they're like, who's Scott Zlatoff? And they punch into Google and they're like, oh, Scott Zlatev looks like a badass. I'm going to get on his list. And then next thing you know, they're buying from Scott, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind sharing the love. But, you know, if I'm going to have a choice, if I'm emailing, I'm going to want them to buy from me. That's just kind of my personal preference, you know. So
selfish.
Yeah, I remember. Hey, Alex, you remember my old webinars where we used to teach with Michelangelo? We used to teach Google the Guru.
Google me.
That's it right there, man. Google the Guru.
If you want to Google Aki Wood, go ahead and Google Aki Wood. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, no. Whoever invited you to this hangout, go ahead, you join with them because we're all part of the prosperity team.
Hey, Aki. Hold on a second, dude. Let me slowly spell out my first and last name because some people misspell it.
The funny thing is, I just got around 30 people opted into my list just from this.
Oh, there we go, you poacher.
So, but they're all in Empower already. So that's okay.
Oh, I know. Yeah. That happens to me all the time.
I actually did that.
Okay, here's another thing. I'm just going to throw this out there, and this is not related to email marketing. But if you're in the Empower Network and you're on somebody else's list as a leader, and you got somebody else's sponsor, don't go emailing them for tech support. That is just that's the biggest rookie move, and just like makes you want to. It like makes us want to figure out a way to unsubscribe you. I'm just going to be honest.
You scroll down and click unsubscribe.
Okay, for a minute.
Yeah. We're cool, but we're not customer support for Alex.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There's customer support for that. That's what it's there for.
You know how
and YouTube, and that's how we got all information. My brother doesn't even tell me stuff. When I have conversations with him, we talk about shape-shifting lizards and aliens. It has nothing to do with business. All right.
Yeah,
so I get to talk to him more than other people, but it's got nothing to do with business.
Here's another golden nugget. I'll give you guys a golden nugget, golden bar. All right. If you're looking for Alex, you know he emails you 12 times a day, right? So just email him 14 times a day. He'll get back to you.
Yeah. Anybody on my team, if you have technical support, go ahead and email Alex, Scott, and Franco.
Let me set up some filters.
These guys are awesome at technical
auto
support.
filters. Hold on, to forward back to you guys.
Yeah. We gotta remember he's actually a technical kind of guy, so he can do that. He can pull up our hangout right now. Oh, they must have messed up. Signal drop. Let me take you guys back real quick because he mentioned a couple of names, and isn't it funny? Isn't it? Oh, let me go back to mine here. Go back to my screen. There we go. Isn't it kind of funny that we've been mentioning the same names in the same courses? Guys, this is inside 15K at Masters. You got to own that course. Let me take you to another. So we started with Aki Wood, right? Let's go to, well, I'm going to go to a totally different, what I feel is a totally different kind of personality, and then we'll bring it back to Justin, because Aki and Justin are kind of close. So let me go to a different kind of guy. Let me go over to the man, the myth, the legend, our buddy Tony. Let's just leave it at that.
Our buddy Tony.
Tony Ush.
Tony Cush.
Yeah, Tony Cush.
Tony Cush.
let me. So here's an email that I got from Tony, right? And he starts with the word forward here. That's just I forwarded to my other email where I do these hangouts. So don't worry about that. But he wrote this, right? Pick. So hey, picture. Be sure to display images to see this. And now your brain is like, to see what, Tony? Damn, here we go. I got to open this, right? And so that's his style, right? But look at what you're seeing. You're seeing pretty much, man, he looks like a hypnotist magician in Vegas, right? Right there is like, dude, don't look at his eyes. You're going to start buying from him right now. So, but you see the same thing. You see how it's easy on the eye, a lot of white space, short lines, short and sweet and to the point. Tony tends to be very short and to the point, and then on another day, the very next day, he'll hit you with like 10 chapters at a time on an email. But it's very deep content. He's a different personality. He's a teacher at heart, and he's a deep thinker, right? So he, like what Darren was saying, right? There is no competition here. There's only family and collaboration, because you're going to attract whoever you're writing to. You're going to attract that person, and he's going to get flaming replies from other people like, dude, what in the world are you thinking? You know. But this is kind of the way he sets it up, a short little story. I'm getting ready to remember what Scott was talking about. Document your life. Whatever you're doing in your life right now, you can write an email about stuff and kind of wrap it around a business too. I'm getting ready to fly to Nashville tomorrow morning, but I wanted to make sure you got this video before I left. Right? He's thinking of you, man. We go way back now. We're like brothers. Buy from me. Right? And then a picture right there. You can watch it free here. He didn't mess around. He just got you straight to go watch a video, right? That video will show you exactly how I went from 0 to 200 per day in income within 5 weeks. Watch it, use it, copy it. Start watching now, right? And a quick little PS, I mean, it took him literally, what do you guys, a guy like Tony and Aaron and Aki, what do you think time-wise it took him to draft up this email, set it up, and get on the plane, right?
5 minutes.
Takes no time at all. It takes Alex half the time to swipe it.
To write an email, 10, 15 minutes. To swipe one, about 5.
Right.
If you're swapping out links and doing everything.
That's what I'm talking about. So it's not, what we're trying to say here, guys, is you join our team and follow us. It's not hard to do, but at the same time, as you copy these and as you read them and studying them and kind of feel them out and stuff, you're learning the best copy. Darren said something about going through and studying how a person is selling, not like going out there jumping on all the gurus' list and then buying all their crap. That's not what we're trying to. That's not what we're telling you to do.
Hey, Franco, I'm going to say peace out to everybody. Just because I'm out, my battery is about 2%, so I'm shutting down. I'm out, but. Listen to these guys. They're going to give you some more tips. Dude, I've learned some badass stuff from all you guys on this panel tonight. I just want to say that. So that's one thing that's actually a big tip is you're never going to stop learning. And so you always want to get around people that are good because you're going to get more advanced tips all the time. And that's why you need to be around us, and that's why you need to join right now. Franco, take it away. Alex, Darren, Scott, been a pleasure. You guys are all badasses.
Hey, Aki, we got helicopter pad on our property here, so you're free to land next week anytime, brother.
All right. I'll clear on the LZ, buddy.
Yeah, we're going to be hanging out. You can look out for some videos from Alex and I because we're going to be doing a barbecue here in upstate New York sometime in the next few days. So.
Oh, nice. Buddy.
Peace out, guys.
Shoot us the email. We'll be looking for it.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, man.
We'll do.
Yeah, guys. So that's, I mean, what better? I don't know a better way. Let me get back to screen share here. I really don't. I've been doing this too long. I've been doing this for 13 years. I can't imagine a better way to make a living for my family than staying free, having fun with friends that I call business partners now, and collaborating and learning new tricks. And it's just an awesome lifestyle, man. So let's go back into another email. That was one from Tony, right? Let me show you another one from Tony. He called this one My Secret Napkin Presentation. You can have it, right? There he goes again, giving you something, right? My Secret Napkin Presentation. You can have it. What in the world can he possibly... Right, so you can't really infer any. You can infer some. A presentation's coming, but napkin presentation, I can have it. You know what's going on, right? So that allows you to open it. Check out his format on this one, right? He does not mess around. It's like, here's my secret napkin presentation. You can have it. This is a picture, and this picture is linked to wherever he wants you to go. And obviously, it's this video, right? So he just takes a screenshot, jingproject.com. Just find me. I'll give you, if you don't know what that is, find me on Facebook. Jingproject.com is a free software tool you can use to very easily create these little screen captures from anything on your computer. Then you save them as a picture and you load them up on your email. Very easy to use with this tool that he's using, Aweber or whatever your GVO. Hey, Tony Rush here. Right? Remember having your name. Also, I know these because in the From section, it says, well, it would say, I forwarded them to my other email, but it would say right here, it would say Tony Rush. For those of you, that's how you spell my name. Anyway, back to the napkin presentation. So it would say Tony Rush. So I know, hey, another email from Tony. Let me read what's up with this thing, napkin presentation. So I study how he did it. It's like, okay, he's got a cool picture of the video that he wants to share, kind of his little stick figures and Googles and stuff like that. So he took a screenshot, goes to a video. I like that. Then this is the simple little flow chart that shows you the exact method that I use to create a solid $200 a day in new income within 30 days. I want to repeat something that you probably didn't catch on the first email. Let me tell you a little something about my friend Tony. Alex, how much money per month is Tony making right now?
I think he's somewhere around $120,000, $130,000.
All right, so this guy is making over $100,000 per month. He didn't highlight and jump up and down about it. He kind of goes on to widen your eyes a little bit here, right? But he's reaching out to people that can understand this. right? Not a lot of people on the planet can understand $100,000 a month from a laptop at home doing Facebook and emails, right? Not a lot of people, they'd be like, whatever, dude, right? And Alabama, how come you're not in Beverly Hills? A lot of people don't, they just don't understand this. This doesn't compute, even though it's totally true for Tony, right? Now he attracts some leaders with that number, but the masses, you want to live with the classes, learn how to sell to the masses. So he's communicating the exact method that I use to create a solid $200 per day in new income within 30 days. He's inferring you don't have to quit your job, but whatever you're doing per day right now, how about new income that totaled $200 a day within 30 days? This is the video that taught me how to do that. Do you want to see my quick, easy, simple napkin presentation? And it's a video. Everybody loves video, right? We all watch TV and all that stuff in movies. So that's kind of what he does here. Look at how short they are. He didn't go on a big old story and, you know, stay on here for 6 hours telling you everything. He knows that he's writing to the person that's on his list. That means he's probably going to get another email tomorrow, maybe a second email in the afternoon, then the next day, then the next day. You don't have to splurt out and review 8 years worth of content on one email, right? Don't ask a person to marry you immediately. Use your emails to kind of wine and dine, build a relationship. Remember, we're at a coffee shop just having a conversation with people every day. And it could be a little, just a little bit this morning. Like what Scott was saying. He sends out value in the morning because people have a little more time to cheat at work and read more of it. And then short lunch break, right? A quick pop little email. Hey, thinking of you. Hey, watch this. Hey, look at that. While you're slaving away, eating your little ramen noodles or whatever, and your boss is already breathing down your back to get back to the cubicle because you're late, I'm over here working out or washing my new Mercedes or doing something, and I decided to cut this video and send you this blog post inside of an email, right? So like what Alex was saying, you're speaking into their life at the moment. Like what I've been spending a lot of time this summer doing already is I'm spending a ton of time with my 2 baby daughters at home while everybody's in the cubicle or their kids are at daycare getting sneezed and coughed on by 25,000 other kids, and you know that they're not taking care of your junior like you would, period, right? And so they see me every day, mom and dad with the kids, mom and dad with the kids, mom and dad with the go-karts, arcade, ballpark, amusement park, you know. And during the day, during the week, I really don't put those out on the weekend because it's no big deal. Everybody's with their kids on the weekend. They're not reading my emails, right? But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like Alex said, I'm at the amusement park, and pictures and videos are documenting everything. There's not a whole lot of pitch I need to do other than, look, man, this is what we're doing. But hey, Franco, I'm not at that point yet. What can I do? Well, you heard Alex about an hour and a half ago talk magically about leveraging other people's stories. So as you read the rest of this kind of format and email, hear me out. I remember Alex didn't have any results when he started, but Alex is really smart. He finds people that has results, and then all of a sudden he gets to all of the events. He's positioned to earn all of the comp money. So then all of a sudden you saw videos of Alex with David Wood, Alex with Aki Wood, Alex with Justin Berengia, Alex with Mike Hobbs, Alex with Dagan Smith. Alex is like having lunch with everybody, and he's leveraging their stories. Hey, my buddy Mike just made X amount. Hey, my buddy da-da-da, and there we go. And then all of a sudden, because he did that, his results started coming in. So now it became, hey, look, me and my wife, I retired her. Hey, look, I got fired on vacation. I'm free. Woohoo! Right? And so you leverage other people's story until you have your own. Let me take you back to the land of hippiness. Right? Now we're going back
to say something about what you just said.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Go ahead.
Because see, here, this is the biggest. This is just the biggest thing that you know, a lot of people really they try to bargain with success a lot of times, and I know every single person on this panel, they get the same question. You know, what can I do to get better results? What can I do? The biggest thing, you guys, is getting to the events. I cannot stress that enough. That is what got me where I am. Because what it did is I learned right off the bat is after modeling other people after watching David Wood when I first came online, the biggest thing that David Wood told me personally was, you know, if you're serious, go to the event. And I'll do a video with you. I'll take pictures with you. Take pictures with every single person. You can include that in your marketing. Now, I had no clue what that meant. I didn't know what that meant, you know, include that in your marketing. Well, the beautiful thing is you don't have to know, because all you do is you just go there with the intention to take pictures, take videos, take everything, and you just start modeling what you see all of us do, right?
Yep.
And so that's how we get up to that level, because I've got so many pictures that from the last 3 events, I have not even used hardly any of them yet. And they're just waiting for that one moment where, like, for instance, I saw Mike Hobbs do a really good video, and you know what? I was like, that's perfect. So I grabbed that. I've got pictures with Aki. I've got pictures with pretty much every single leader that we have on the Prosperity team, plus in Empower Network. All this stuff, pictures sell. You can use that in your marketing, and it ups your game, guys. We don't tell you to get to the events because we want you to come and we're not trying to take advantage of everything. We're telling you because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where your success happens, right? Is getting to the events. Yeah. So I just had to jump in there. So.
Oh no, absolutely, man. That's magic, because that's exactly where we start. There's so many different reasons to go to, and you saw a nice, sexy, super fancy camera outfit and mic that Mike Hobbs brought in. God bless him. Got success, right? I roll with my pimped out smartphone. You know what I'm saying? Here's what I'm gonna coach you to do this. You're coming to Denver. The little wherever it's at, you need to break and burn this phone to get to the battery, but it's not enough. Okay, it's not enough. So go to Best Buy or Walmart or whatever you got where you live and buy an extra battery boost. Spend $50, $100, whatever. Get a good backup battery charger. And then that is the most prized. Justin Berengia went from $1,500 a month to $30,000 a month. Now he's at like $80,000 or whatever. He did that within a span of 90 days because he got to our event, and that man came to play. And all he had at that point was a couple of smartphones, his wife Dee and him. And they just took pictures and videos. It was endless. Remember, Alex? It was like wherever I saw Justin, he was doing an interview, he was taking a picture, and don't get me wrong, he was not being interviewed, all right? He was doing the interviews. He came there, he was just getting started. The next event, was he not a rock star in Austin? What did it blow your mind? And this guy had like crowds. He built it on what I'm showing you right now. He got to the events. He emailed every day, sometimes twice a day. He emailed religiously. He blogged. He videoed. He took pictures. And then he started sharing that all over his emails. And let me show you. I mean, it seems complicated, but it's really not, guys. It's just having the faith, the belief to just do it. And you got to do it before the money's showing up. Had he not gone to the event, had he played it safe and not gone, he would not have had that camera roll of pictures. And who knows what his conversions would have been. Who knows, right? It would have been taking him slower. But here's one of Justin's. This is the Justin email. And here's what we've been talking about. I can promise you, I saw the same subject in email like a million times. And I don't know where it started. I'm going to guess it was Aaron Rashkin, because I saw it from Aaron too. And then all of a sudden, a lot of people started modeling it, and they took it and made it their own. That's how we roll, right? That's why you want to click the red button and join us right now, because you don't have to wait 6,000 years to get a copywriting degree here. You monkey see, monkey do your way to the top, and then you develop your own style. That's what he did here. Now, Justin is an $80,000 a month earner now. Aaron is about, I don't know, the same or $100,000 a month. I don't know what they're super successful, both of them, right? They can express themselves fairly well, but Justin is still modeling a leader, and he's just taken the email with a picture in it. Obviously, it's an invitation to a video, right? the best I ever heard. You gotta study with us. You gotta join us. You gotta get in. You see the formatting. You see the white space. We are training people. You see the picture at the end, right? Lifestyle. We're sharing and we're teaching really good.
That's from Dave Sharp.
Man, I'm just, you guys, I'm blown away. You know, I've been, you know, on this internet game for the past, you know, over 3 years, and the amount of stuff that we're actually just giving away for free. I've literally paid, you know, courses for, you know, $297 that I didn't even look at, didn't even use, you know, and you know, I mean, every single person has spent well over $20,000 in their online education since we started. You know, this was outside of Empower Network typically, you know, man. So the amount of value that we're just dropping here, it's insane. I mean,
Scott, I spent over 50 grand on all the courses before Empowered Network, and you know, the moment I went all in and got all the products by spending less than $5,000, I got a lot more value, a lot more tips and tricks. What's actually working right now, not like 5 years ago,
Yep,
and
exactly.
what's generating those astronomical incomes for all the top leaders in Empowered Network that you can basically copy and paste. And as you make more money, you become better, and you become a better marketer. And I want to touch base on what Franco just said 5 minutes ago. You know, why actually, what's the psychology behind why people need to go to the events and record as many videos and interviews with the leaders? Because as a new person, as a brand new person in the marketing arena, you don't have actual tangible results yet. And you're going to have those results just like Justin did, because once you associate yourself with those leaders and people start receiving your videos, you know, interviewing those people or looking at your pictures with those leaders, they immediately going to associate you as with a successful person. You're not really lying. You're not saying that you're not making money, but at the same token, people that are reading those emails, they immediately associate you with a successful person. They think you are, even though you're not saying that. But deep on a subconscious level, they think you are, and they start joining your business. Okay, so that's how you start from scratch. That's how you start from zero. That's why you need to be in Denver, wherever you need to do. I tell people, there's no reason in the world strong enough for you not to be there, unless it's your own funeral. That's what I tell people. If it's your own funeral, you cannot cancel it. You have to attend your own funeral. But if you have a wedding, you can cancel a wedding, okay? You can postpone wedding if you have to go to a wedding to a friend, you know? Because this is your life. You live once. You need to be at that event if you want to change your life, because those events are transformational. Every event double our family's income. That's what allowed us to retire from corporate world, finally, just like Scott retired himself from corporate world. And now we live, you know, life of abundance and freedom, because we can do whatever we want. We can travel anytime we want. We can be anywhere. I don't have to preach this message every time, but that's sometimes people need to hear it, you know, because I'm a living proof. You know, Scott is a living proof. I mean, so many people are living proofs in Empower Network, and everybody here on the panel, that is just the easiest thing to build comparing to anything else out there, right, Franco? Network marketing, MLM, Scott, come on, guys, seriously.
I mean, this is where it's at, because you're valued here. Your production is supremely valued here. Usually 90% of the money goes somewhere else, and then everyone's fighting for scraps, and there's all kinds of politics, what you can do, what you can't do. At Empower Network, we teach you to market, and then we let you do it, and then we pay you all of the money. Well, most of the money. Let's not hype it up, right? But you're not going to find another vehicle that values you more. Now here, I want to show you one last nugget before we just start going through fast, because this is so much value content. It's way too much for free. But I want to show you something. Aaron Rashkin is an absolute master at email marketing, right? And he's in the 15K formula. He's also teaching in the masters, right? So what he does here, this is powerful. The human mind, when you say, hey, look, first he starts out with something that gets you thinking. This generally makes people uncomfortable. Whoa, what? What makes people uncomfortable? But this is the part I want to show you. You can do this on anything. If you had one long email you were going to write today, break that sucker up and make 2 emails. And then on your subject line, write part 1 of 2, right? I know Dagan, who teaches in the Masters a lot, Dagan will write something and he'll go crazy. He'd be like part 1 of 13.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh shit, I hope I don't lose these emails. Let me check my spam folder. And then he'll mess around with my head and he will miss number 4 on purpose or take too long. And now I'm looking at spam folders. I'm like, what the heck? And then I go search his name and I know he hasn't even sent it out. And then the next day, boom, here's part 4. Were you looking for it? It's what?
Yeah.
So
it's so fun messing with it like that.
Yeah, that's great stuff because now you have engagement. Engagement is the end-all and be-all on Facebook, but it works on emails too because it's all about building a relationship and making it so consistent. The communication is flowing so consistently that if I don't get an email from Alex tomorrow, I'll think power's out or some hurricane hit New York and he's in trouble or something. I get worried. It's like, hey, where's Alex? I haven't seen an email from him yet. What? He's slacking. He's probably on vacation. No, even on vacation he sends emails. That's how your market is going to get about you. These are like little nuggets here. Part 1 of 2. Part 1 of 6.
Can I add something to that as well?
Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
Because it's funny. People need to close to have finished.
Oh, they need closure.
They need closure. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm not very good with words. People need closure. All right, and
you don't have to be good with words to be a good email marketer.
Not at all. Okay, so here's the thing. What I'll do, and this is my head kind of just went blank, but what I'll do is. And I learned this from Aaron Rashkin, and it's interesting because I was on his list a long time ago. I didn't really know who he was. I just found myself on his list. And what he would do every day, and this is something that if you're sending out your content, let's say you do a blog post, send out like the first paragraph, and then a link that says to get the rest of the story, click here, and it goes to your blog post. Right, so ultimately everything that we're trying to do in our emails is to get that next step, and if that next step is to click a link to go to a blog post, that's where you want people to go. All right, you're not selling. If it's not a selling email, if they're not going right to a shopping cart, like some emails, they're going right to the join page, right? So you got to get them ready. But ultimately, most of the time, what we're doing is just trying to get people to take that next little action, right? And move their finger one little bit more and click a link. And that every single next step that someone can go on will create another level of trust in your relationship. And that one aspect of, instead of telling a whole story in an email, like sometimes what I've done is I've written like a long email and I'm like, this is a blog post. Let me just put this on my blog, put the first paragraph, and then click a link. And I get the highest click-through rates on those because people need closure. They need to know what the rest of the story is. And another thing to do, and this is the last little tidbit that I'll give, and then it's in the vault, is if you like in my email sequence, I've got like I just started sending out that 6-day boot camp that Dave Wood did. I actually put it back in my email sequence because that shit.
I forgot to talk about that. That's brilliant. I do the same thing.
Yeah. So I've got that in there, but then, and I got a bunch of people that opted into my list tonight that I know are in Empower because I got all these leads from URLs that I've never gotten traffic to. So it's like I know that they're on this call, but people need closure, but they also need to be interrupted. And if there's I'm on this guy's email list that it's a 52-day like tip, right? And he's never missed a day. And like after like the 7th, I just like stopped it. I'm just like,
You're
this is zoned
out,
right?
Yeah.
I zoned out. But what works the best, and this is like what Franco just alluded to, is, and you use this for anything, right? And use this for just use this, all right? Just go tonight and just like put this into action. If you have a sequence that's going out that's like a 4-day thing, right? In the middle of it, add something else, right? And what you can do, and this is like I don't know, I shouldn't tell you this, but basically
just talk like really fast so they don't hear it.
Reference the fact that you know that they've missed it, right, and that it's coming. And you know what I'm gonna tell you something. I did this like mini sequence in one of my emails that I was selling this affiliate product a little while back, and like people opted into another list to get on this like special list that they got sold something else. I don't do that anymore. It's pretty much just Empower. But I would send them to that list, and then they'd get a couple emails, and then it was a test that I was running. I'd say, I'm doing a test, and it's basically a traffic test, and I'm almost done. And then I'd send them on the next day, and it was like the next phase. And then the next day I'd say, well, it didn't work out as planned, so I'm going to get to you the results in a couple days. And that last email actually like skyrocketed the response rate. Like on that sequence, it was like a 70% open rate on this little sequence. I was like shocked at how that worked. So it's all a matter of testing, right? Just like have fun with it. And if I could leave anything with you tonight is, just do it. Look what people are doing. If they're sending out emails, just say, you know what, I'm going to send something out. I just had a cool experience in my life, and I think I can relate that to business. Like the NBA Finals, I related that to the fact that someone's dreams are dying while someone's are being made, and like the mother's mad, and now you can go after your dreams, and how bad would you feel if you gave up on yourself? Like all these like little things that you can relate to. There's so much out there that you just need to do it, and as you do it, you'll get better because it feeds on itself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could talk about this forever.
Yeah, no, I love this stuff. Awesome. Definitely, man. What I wanted to add to that, because what you just said is it's really important. Here's the thing, guys. The reason we play with it and we play with different things and this and that, it's because of this. Yes, we could say, oh, we're not gonna do any of the hypnotism or NLP or magic words and all this stuff and magic tests and all that. We're not going to do it. I'm just going to give the facts, and every day pitch, join me. After a while, there's people out there on the internet that are teaching that that's the way to do it. And do you know who's on their social media? It's a ghost town. Do you know who's on their blog? It's a ghost town. Unless they're buying fake hits from Fiverr, right? They don't even have a stage. There's nobody on the stage. So there's ways where people try to play with the game that already works in marketing, time-tested for centuries, right? And they try to rig it a different way and try to reinvent the game. Don't do that. You've met a lot of people here that while you're how do you get better at what you do? You just keep doing it. Keep doing it over and over and over, but also keep reading, keep consuming, keep buying, just go to all the levels that we've got, go to all the events, keep consuming the information. As you hear the audios, you're going to read the emails. I'm going to end it with the master of disaster of all of these guys is an email from David Wood. And in there, there's nobody that has the type of fun in this kind of business that I see David Wood having. He literally has fun diving deep, bringing you back, taking you here, going over there. And at the end of the day, we all want to hang out with Dave. I want to be all in with Dave no matter what because I like to roll with Dave. Period. I don't care. If Empower Network comes out tomorrow and says we're going to launch this new product or this new thing, that I know I'm going to buy it already. I know I'm going to buy it because I want to roll with my friends, and I just we built a relationship via videos, events, and emails. So let me show you something really quick, and then we'll call it a wrap, man. This has been like I knew it was going to be good. I didn't think we were going to bring this much for free. So hit the button and get in. This is how we roll. What's the product at Empower Network? It is the most badass internet marketing training and personal development community you have ever found. You've experienced the product tonight. That question is over. It's done. Okay, just get in and roll with us, and you'll have fun getting smarter at a lot of this stuff. But look at what he does here. David Wood. I heard it said this way. Zig Ziglar said that what you want to build is the skill set of knowing how to step on someone's shoes without messing up their shoe shine. You guys ever hear that one? That's old school. You got to learn how to step on somebody's shoes without messing up the shine. I don't know if it was Og Mandino, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar. One of those guys said that. Nobody does it, in my opinion, better in our space on the internet than David would, because he will say stuff that clearly gets you annoyed. Like on a subject line, he'll say video, making up a world that, and then here's the phrase that he knows he's going to get you pissed off, gets you rich easily. There are people that get physically, like their body chemistry, their mental state, they're just pissed off now. They're like, how can he even say that hype and gets you rich easily, too good to be true? But I absolutely promise you that the email got opened because they want to prove him wrong. Now, before they go back to Facebook and debate his ass on this, you know, screaming into the wind, before they go back and Flanagan on Dave, they're going to read this entire email, right? They're going to read the whole thing. And then he keeps making you mad. If you're that, now, if you're like me, you're already laughing your ass off. You're like, where are we going today, Dave? You know, like, where are we going? Gets you rich easily. How many professionals, I'm just going to keep it real, how many so-called professionals in network marketing would absolutely hate the fact that this kid with sandals and long bushy hair is using the words, get you rich easily, get rich easy, get rich quick. He's laughing in the face of the industry and they know it, right? But he's attracting more people than they are. And so that sets the tone. And then really quick, the fact is we're all a little crazy. All right, well, what else is going on? We make stuff up that isn't there. We distort stuff that is there. We assign meaning to events that don't even have any meaning. Now you just want to argue with them. It's like, where are you, bro? I just want to argue now, right? Every memory we have is a complete distortion of what actually happened. And then there you go. And then right when you think he's going to get to his point, click and watch this video. It's like you cannot go back to life without clicking to see what the hell he's talking about, right? Because it's so ambiguous. It's so in your face. But, you know, I'll tell you what I mean in the video that you'll watch here. Because today he just wants to pour just a little, Scott, just a little salt in the wound. But because today we paid out over $1.15 million in commissions just for the last 7 days, and that can mean all sorts of things. The question is, what do you want it to mean? Click here and leave me your thoughts. He kind of baits you into an ambush. Not really an ambush because he's a kung fu master. He's going to let you go wherever you want to go, and he'll still be standing. That's just, you know, so this is a way where you can just consume this information. You can model it from Alex. Alex has built a $30,000 to $40,000 a month income with emailing, just borrowing and forwarding other people's emails. The way you saw Aaron stacking it, I'm not sure you guys saw, but what Aaron was doing, he would take one email, and like Scott taught you about an hour and a half ago, Scott said when you see one email really got opened a lot, you save it and put it in your autoresponder. The other thing that you can do is email it again the next day with your next email, and then write your email for today. And at the end, what Aaron was doing, like right here, at the end he would say, hey, by the way, I don't know if you missed yesterday's email, but here it is again. And he would copy and paste it right at the bottom of this email and keep you engaged. Right?
It's too much. It's too much. Stop it.
I know. Way too much. Let me get off screen share here.
Yeah. We gotta cut this thing out. We're just dropping too much.
And it's a wrap. We're done. But here's the thing. Welcome to the team. Here's the thing. You're not going. I don't care where you go. Cornucopia, Francopia, MLM, Amway. You know, wherever you go, you're not going to find more intelligent, ready-to-apply internet marketing strategy, systems, training, and vehicle. And let's not even open up the can of worms of what happens after you have our team in our system close a $25 sale for you. Because if you think that's the end, that's where we get to work, and where David and David get to work, and the entire Empower Network culture goes to work. And right out, you'll go to sleep thinking you made a $25 sale. You'll wake up a couple days later and you got $1,000 in your account. You got $3,000 commission coming. We've structured this organization to where you can truly, but we mean it when we say it, you're going to build and enjoy your life, and that's going to be the best marketing you ever do for your business, is to show people that you're starting to have more and more time freedom and more time freedom. And you document and you Facebook and you email, and then as you're doing that, more opt-ins, more emails get open, and more sales come in. It's just I'm going to ask you to do this. Don't trust me, don't take my word for it, but trust the process. There's over, I don't know, guys, over 130, 140,000 customers that we've attracted. Our events are growing and growing. They're blowing up in size. Every event is a lot bigger than the last event. The leaders that started with us have not bailed to some other shiny object. We are still here. There's a reason, and we've documented it. So you don't have to believe me. You don't have to, like that Alex is having fun in upstate New York making all that money. You don't have to like us. You don't have to take our word for it. But you cannot doubt the documentation we've got on the table. And so we just wanted to bring you in real quick on one hangout. We don't do these kind of hangouts a lot because that's the reason you want to position yourself. So look, here's the thing. We can teach you this till we're blue in the face. If you're positioned at $25, welcome to the team. We love you guys. But if you've been here for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, still at 25, and you're taking this kind of gold in your head and out to the marketplace, here's what's happening. Your sponsor or their sponsor is happy as hell. Happy as hell. And you're missing a lot of money. We don't want you to leave money on the table. That's why we say position yourself. Trust me. Had I not, exactly, get all in. Whatever level you don't own tonight, go own it. Just own it. Trust me. These hangouts will close your sales. And more than that, more importantly, they're going to educate and train your team to be lethal ninjas of marketing. And they're going to produce, they're going to more than duplicate, they're going to surpass you. And you don't want to be left out of that feast. And that's the way it was designed, right? So that's what I got, guys. If anybody wants to chime in with any parting words, man, we're good.
Hey, Frank, you want to stir up the pot? Because I don't know if we're going to leave this recording for a long time, but I like what Mike did last time. Let's put a link on the Facebook, whoever is live right now, and put a link with the username on their Facebook wall.
Oh, absolutely.
That's going to get crazy. Because we got 1,500 people right now watching. I just checked the comments. We got like 1,500 people still.
There's still 1,500 people here.
So guys, take the link.
Not for a home party.
Registered with like 500 that showed up, and everybody's waiting for the recording. We've got 1,500 people still right now.
Yeah, after basically 2.5 hours worth. Yeah, and that's pretty much a normal for most of the stuff that we do, guys. Yeah.
That's a week, whether we're teaching X's and O's or we're telling stories, hanging out, having a good time on a Wednesday night. This is what we do, Scott. You bring it all the time, man.
Yeah, well, and that's just the thing is I don't really know how much more we could. I mean, we've covered so much. I mean, it's insane.
Copywriting class is over, man. How'd the Dodgers do today?
Right, exactly. Well, but see, one of the fascinating things, you guys, is that all this stuff that we actually talked about, it's in the 15K formula and part of the master's course. I mean, Dagan just totally goes through the whole story selling. You want to know how it is that I started being able to talk and being able to do some stuff in emails and actually starting to really I consider be pretty good rather than just copy paste. I can actually modify stuff, and I can write some pretty compelling type of story selling type of copy where I'm just coming up with something and I just start writing, and pretty soon I've got this masterpiece of something that gets people to take action like now.
Doesn't it start being like a mental thing, Scott, where like all of a sudden you're going to get something to eat and I get an idea in my head and I just have to find my laptop and just email or write a note or because I'm going to forget it. There goes the blog post, the video, the email. You start seeing everything in your head as you're living your life. It gets
a lot of times I'll get an idea and I'll have my iPhone and I'll just hit record. Or I'll start using the little voice thing and see if I can record it, because a lot of times what it ends up happening is I can't type fast enough for the way that the ideas come from my head, and it didn't start that way, guys. It did not start that way. And yeah, exactly. You take something like that, and it didn't start that way, and it wasn't until I started getting into like the 15K formula and the master's course where it really opened up my mind completely to, what the power of this is. What I heard from another leader, when I learned that you could actually make more money with an ink pen than a shovel, You know, I mean, think about it. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
That's a whole blog post and video right there. No, it's crazy, guys. Here's the thing about our products. I bought everything that there is to buy in this industry, and there's a lot of good stuff out there. But let me tell you, what happens is the info product producers that you know create excellent products. The history of this industry have been very analytical folks that know how to give you how-to, step 1, step 2, module 1, module 2. I bought all that stuff. Okay, that's great. But I tell you what, you have to keep going back because you forget. Oh, let me go back to module 3. And there's something crazy about Empower Network products. The way they're designed and laid out and delivered is so real that I don't know about you guys. I can't speak for you. I probably could speak for you guys, but it's kind of like it just embeds and soaks into my brain, and then I just feel it, and I just know it, and I'm just going. I'm marketing, but I'm just marketing with a knowing. There is no, I wonder if I have to split test this. I wonder if I have to analyze 50,000 capture pages. I'm like, you know what? I haven't changed a capture page in a year, and I don't care about that stuff anymore. I'm in a knowing that I just say, you want to work with me, here's where to do it. Call it my merchant account, call it extra bonus education, call it a blog system, call it whatever you want to call it. But if you want to work with me, and you know, I want to make sure that the people that I work with and that I'm teaching are getting the best education that I think they're going to go out there and actually apply and execute. There's no better way. I'm telling people, I don't want you not joining me in Empower and then running around saying, I learned this from Franco, and then nothing worked. No, I don't want that. You know, if you're going to go out there and claim that you work with me, you're in Empower, because those courses they're just going to get in your mind. You're just going to market better because you're going to live better. You're just going to market from a knowing, not a wondering how. And I don't know. I'm not analytical, so don't ask me to do the step 1, 2, 3 on that and why it makes sense. It just does, man. It did it for my own marketing. I'm doing so much less now, Scott, and making so much more than when I used to grind in internet marketing. I was grinding in internet marketing because I had multiple systems. You remember, Alex, this and that and that, and it was, you know, it was crazy trying to make a couple of $1,000 a week with the thing. I did it, but it was like, you know, killing me. You have to piece stuff together, Empower.
You got everything here. You got everything in one place.
And it builds everything. Go ahead, Alex.
No, I was just saying, you got everything in one place. You really don't have to recreate the wheel. It's a proven franchise model, if you think about it, that you don't have to spend, you know, $300,000 for Subway franchise. Here, it's proven to work. All you have to do is plug in and follow the training step by step. And I tell, you know, some of my new teammates, you know, my students, you know, hey, you want to learn how I did? I don't remember, like 10,000 to 12,000 first 7 days when we started. Get 15K formula and watch video 21 or video 22 where I did my, you know, 15K formula training.
You said video 21 and 22, Scott, not like 3 modules.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Video 21 and 22.
Video 21.
Masters, we get into the 30s, I think even the 40s. There was an extra bonus there that just showed up the other day when I went in there.
Yeah, I watched those bonuses are crazy, insane.
They just keep showing up out of nowhere. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Hey guys, here's the thing too. I'm gonna leave you with this, and we'll call it a wrap. I got my cool shiny forehead thing going. Here's the thing too. Give yourself permission to screw shit up like I did. If there's anything that saved me in this industry, I hear it. It just makes me giggle to hear people say, I've been in this thing, Franco, for 3 months. It's not working. I want to join you guys. Obviously, I say, well, you know what? You make the shot. Come join us. But I don't want to hear you telling me that after 3 months of this. You'll probably be making better. You'll probably be doing worse. I don't know your work ethic. But here's the thing. I hear people say, you know, they join something, anything, especially in Power or whatever, and after X number of days, it's way less than a few months, and they're already bleeding, they're wounded on the side of the road, they're curling up into a fetal position, and they're about to check out and quit on themselves, right? I went through 9 freaking years of not getting it together enough to make this a viable business. 9 years. Yeah, it was before internet, before this, before that, but at the same time, you're always stepping into something new, right? Just a couple of years ago, there was no Google Hangouts last year, right? There's something new all the time, right? So nobody was getting flagged or banned off of YouTube a couple of years ago. There's always something new, right? So, but still, I gave myself permission. You know what I did? I called it my education. I called it an investment in mastering principles. I'm going to give you guys a couple of books that I'm reading right now, because I read this in here, as a matter of fact, and it's something that I just believe in. You know, Eric Worre wrote Go Pro, right? 7 steps. Now we say we're not MLM, we're not network marketing, we're affiliate marketing. You know what? We build networks and we market our ass off, right? We build networks and we market our butts off here at Empower Network. Call it whatever you want. But Eric Worre wrote Go Pro, and in here he said that there's a big shift that happens, and that's my tactical book, and then here's the Master Key System, is all about mindset and personal development and growth. Man, you feed your mind good personal growth stuff, and you learn skill sets in marketing, and give yourself time, give yourself permission to screw shit up for a while, and just post ads that bomb, and do this and it doesn't work, and do that, and keep writing emails, keep blogging, keep Facebooking. I guarantee you that. I can't guarantee you income, but I can guarantee you this. If you just keep going consistently, daily, and forget about the money for a while. Yes, you're going to make money. Forget about the money for a while and think about your market. Think about what Scott was saying, and Darren was saying, the avatar, the personality type, the type of person. What drew you in, and why were you attracted to this entire industry? Break down a list of the reasons that you were fed up and why you came here and what you're looking to accomplish here. That same person, you, is who you're going to attract, and just speak to that person that way. And it takes time. You can model, you can clone our emails, you can copy our stuff. That's going to do the learning curve is going to, instead of being like this, the learning curve is going to be like a nice little speed bump, but there's going to be a speed bump. Most of the time I see people quitting on themselves right before they have that breakthrough, and it's killing us, because we look at people, whether it's in Empower, outside of Empower, right? But we look at that and we go, man, you're so close, just don't give up. Guys, talk about that a little. Get in, number one, and then make a decision that you're going to be on this hangout next year, June 26th, with us. Make a commitment that you're going to be here. Don't give up, and take daily action. Every day that you do that, you're getting better. I'm telling you, that's the way it works.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly what you just said, Franco. You know, I see, that's the thing, is a lot of people, they come here and they see us, you know, on the hangouts here, but they didn't see the previous 10 years that I failed. You know, they didn't see the struggle. They didn't see where, you know, you're up, you know, at late at night at 2 o'clock in the morning. You're like, your eyes are bloodshot, and you're just trying to figure stuff out, and they think that you've always been here. But the truth is, you haven't. You know, it was one struggle after another struggle. It was breaking through a barrier, realizing something, and then it's like, okay, well, then you think something worked, and then you try it again. It's like, wait a second, that didn't work. You know, and so it's just you just do so much that over the course of period of time, you start learning through doing. You start learning different things. And through different things that you're actually doing, if you're taking action, you know, and then you model after people, and we can actually course correct as you're going.
Exactly. That's where we failed for so long, Scott.
Yeah, you can't steer a car that's not moving, right?
Yeah.
You got to step on the gas, and you know, you're just flying 100 miles an hour, typing emails, you're cutting videos, you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, and all of a sudden, oh, there's an old lady in the middle of the road. You know.
Hey, Scott, isn't that the reason that you and I, our experience is a little bit similar, in that we had so many years of just not getting it right? But isn't it true that we never had a vehicle that would allow us, that would course correct us? Right? We were switching programs. We were jumping here, jumping there. We never had that place, and a lot of times. A lot of times it was on me. I was a jumper. I was an MLM jumper. I was biz ops. There's not a biz op that I didn't love on the plate, right? It's like, ooh, this one tastes good. Matrix. Oh, binary. Oh, you know, I was slanging everything. I was the guy, you know, Rolex. You want a Rolex? You know, which one do you want? You know, but here's the thing. Here's the power of Empower. It gave us one place that had everything that needed to have to come together. That's why David Wood built it this way, because he was having the same thing, if not with him, with his team, flying around all kinds of. There's no way that you can get centered and work under true leaders that don't jump themselves and that can course correct you. Here at Empower Network, guys, you can course correct. You can stay right here, plant your flag, throw cement down on your boots, and don't move. And just take action. Like Alex said about 3,000 hours ago, he said that what happens is people are watching him on his list. And because he's been here steady, people that did not buy 6 months ago, a year ago, are buying now because he's still here and he appears to be taking the darn thing serious enough to blow up an income with it, right? So, but if you're always leaving and changing, there's a lot of people, if you've been trying to market and if you have a little bit of a list, I guarantee, and I'll give you one more pet peeve and then we're done, but I guarantee you there's people on your list right now that would have bought your last 5,000 deals had you stayed a little bit longer. So come in tonight. If you're not already, and welcome to the team. This is the kind of coaching mentorship you're going to get. We're not going to fluff you, blow smoke up your butt and, sell you a bunch of stuff and then let you go, right? We demand that you succeed because we love your story. Here's the thing. Here's the goal. We want will it happen? I don't know. We want the entire prosperity team on that stage with massive success, period. We want to bust the stage down in Denver or wherever else we're going to be, is we want to showcase that our team gets results. Here's the other pet peeve, and then it's a wrap. I talk to so many people that want to coach with me and work with me and all of us here at the team, and when we get down to email marketing, bring it back to email marketing, you know what the number one issue why email marketing doesn't work for the vast majority of people? They'll market, they'll buy traffic, they'll dance around on Facebook and sing into the stars and attract people and play branding and attraction marketing, do all kinds of stuff. And they have people coming. Do you know what they tell me? Well, I don't know what to write, so I haven't emailed my list in like 3 years. I only have a few hundred people. Do you know that's enough to get rich?
Oh, yeah.
A few hundred people? Are you kidding me? Here's the thing. So many people tell me that they're gun shy. They can't press send. They get. So with what you learned tonight, you can model. You have content flowing for days because we are all mailing multiple times a day. You can model the personality, Aki, Scott, Mike Hobbs, whoever, Alex. You can model whoever, your own leader, your sponsor. You can model us. So there's no excuse about content. Promise me that you're going to start clicking on that send button. Send the freaking email. Do it. I don't care if it's just, hi, Bob, have you joined yet? If you have any questions, call me. I'm on Facebook. Done. Picture, you're done. Hey, Bob, get in. Whatever. I'm walking the dog today. Promise me. And write on blow up Facebook. Franco, I'm going to send an email. I'm going to start clicking send. Do not be scared to click the submit button. Send out your emails. I'm telling you, magical things will begin to happen. And with that, guys, we got Alex's twin brother here from Massachusetts.
It's a beautiful internet, I'm telling you, in upstate New York.
I love your family, dude. You guys look alike. Brother from another mother.
I told you I'm Gemini, didn't I? I think.
Oh, there you go. Well, there's the Gemini in effect right there.
Hey, I'm Gemini too.
Oh man, we got triplets. I'm Scorpio, so I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Hey guys, get in. Welcome to the team. I'll see you in the back office of our training, daily mastermind marketing segments with Mike Hobbs, and we'll see you in Denver. Get the ticket to the event. If you don't own something and you know darn well you should have it because you should be studying and applying that, get it tonight.
That's right.
Promising you right now. You take action.
There's no excuse not to get it because we actually have all the resources in the prosperity system right now to get people, funding for their business, and there really is no excuse. Seriously. I mean, we went through those trainings, so yeah.
Reach out to the team, and more importantly than anything, take action. The thing about people not being able, so they say, not being able to send an email to their list. Same thing happens with making decisions. I can guarantee you that's the same person that knows they should be all in, that could have been all in 3 months ago, and they still haven't for whatever reason. Take the action. Make a decision. Your prospect is going to respect you when they see that you respect your business. And that's like magical marketing. Document your lifestyle. Go out, take the family out to dinner. Go to an amusement park. It's summer. No matter where you are, man, it doesn't matter. From Cincinnati, Ohio to Florida to California, there's something cool to do. Do it and take pictures and videos. I don't care what it is. go to the ice cream parlor, go to the arcade. These things, man, we went to the arcade the other day. They have go-karts and stuff. You know that, and I hadn't been there in years and eons, Scott. You know that for $20, they gave me, like, for 3 hours, unlimited use of the whole joint, go-karts, batting cage, bumper boats, and I took my daughter there and had a blast. It was right down the street, first time we'd ever been there. I'm guilty of that too sometimes, guys. Go have a life and document it. I got 50 opt-in emails, and all I did was just tell people that I was there on a Tuesday, I was at an amusement park on a Friday, and then I was somewhere else on the Monday. They're like, dude, you're everywhere. You're like Visa. You're everywhere we want to be. And I'm like, well, get in. So with that, guys, it's a wrap, man. Love you guys. Get in. Welcome. I'll see you in training. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We're out.
See you guys.
Everybody.